side with a nice loud clank as you're able to put your hands in the door sill and kind of look out at the ground passing by close below.
That's the ground, that's the ground, that's the ground.
Green light! Green light!
Alright, reminder, there's no snow this time.
Each of you make me a sleight of hand.
Nice.
Always him. It's always him.
It's because he's a fat priest.
And it's not me.
First one out the door, Torin, a little clumsy, you stub your toe just a bit, but it doesn't matter as you fall out and you start rotating forward, kind of in a slow rolling motion. Wilhelm, where's he?
So unnatural, so unnatural.
Wilhelm, you practically were made for the airborne. You step right out, cross your arms over your chest, twist your legs for half a moment as you just start falling your way out, and then open your legs and go to a very gentle belly fall downwards. Nikos. Yeah, Nikos, you're majestic, you're Iron Man, shield first, hand to your side, just Iron Man, like, fist diving towards the ground, or Captain America.
He doesn't even use featherfall, he just lands like a fucking helldiver.
Yeah,
Superhero landing! Superhero landing!
You're just falling in
Captain
with your
Hella.
shield pointed forward, you're ready to land and just do a fucking, like, superhero landing. You're perfectly good. Arguably, you don't even need the feather fall, but you're gonna use it anyway. Hachu, you've, it's good. You don't smack against the side of the plane, because you manage to coil your back half up a little more and kind of move out as a blob rather than as a noodle. Once you're out, though, you start to fan yourself out and circle around. You're able to kind of grab your side and use it like a weird corkscrew, slow rotation downwards. Leroy,
The
Hachukopter.
Hachukopter.
Leroy, hand on top of your hat, step out, very dignified, but your head starts to go first, and you're kind of doing the same torn motion as you're kind of teetering forward a little bit more face first than you would probably like. Peter, you go to step out, your fist hits the corner of the door, you trip, your boot catches the side, your lace snags for a moment, you fall out, and you're in a full, like, 360 tumble, a bit perturbed. Who is casting Featherfall?
I thought they
I assume they already did that before we jumped.
There are stories of the kobold, of Wilhelm Schwartz and Father Peter too. There are tales of the hoplite, of Leroy Copeland and Hachu. And while the details of their past and trials were never meant to spawn, the deeds of wondrous company will live on.
The last we left off, since it seems everybody's here, you guys completed your first of 2 days of rest around Greenwich, taking a little trip up to Oxford to write some letters and correspondence, going down into the bunker to do some weapons testing, coming across and originally hunting down but making friends with Sims, the magically intelligent griffin who has now been brought to Greenwich as agreed upon.
And Soren's gonna fuck.
Nah, they're friends.
They're gonna fuck.
They can relate
They're gonna
to
add
each other.
benefits to it.
They can relate to each other.
Yeah, I'll bet they can.
They're about to be relations to each other.
Completing the library and also losing the psionic research department's goat. That might come up later. You guys completed a fair few tasks, got some more stuff done, got your mail in. As this session, we're going to be winding through and doing day 2 of your rest before departing to Rhodes.
Rhodes.
And a nice long journey to Rhodes.
It's actually a short journey considering we've been down to like Or Antarctica.
Yeah, it's actually not nearly as far.
Are we flying or are we sailing?
But,
Flying.
Oh yeah, you guys are flying pretty much everywhere. You're definitely not sailing there. But we'll,
Can we fly right into Rhodes? I assume there's a landing strip.
Yeah, you
Could
can fly
assume this
straight
is
there.
the sail.
You'll be able to fly straight there. But what we'll do is
Yeah,
we
what
will
kind of-
pick up with some status here. Let me get my notes. And for
By the
day
way,
2, you guys know how the interact and action works. What's up, Dmitrik?
I was just gonna say, is it possible for me to? How long is the journey from Greenwich to Oxford?
Let me turn you up more. Hang on.
I'm sorry. I blame the economy.
Okay, now I can hear you. What's up?
How long is the journey from Greenwich to Oxford?
Long enough for intimate relations to be established.
I meant like, is it a day trip? Is it like, it's only like a 30-minute.
It's not a
Train
very
ride.
long trip, but I would say it would take your day's action or interaction.
Yeah.
Based upon like
Yeah,
what
but I was.
extent it is.
What I was
It
gonna
is.
say is I might have stayed overnight near Oxford.
Oh no, there'd be no need to stay overnight. It's not that long
Okay.
of a trip.
Okay, then yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, at current times, it takes 1 minute and 50 minutes of the M40.
Yep.
An hour and 50 minutes, you mean?
No, a minute and 50 minutes.
A
Yes.
minute and 50.
Yeah, that's exactly how long it
51
takes.
minutes.
An hour. An hour and 48 minutes. Damn. Since a new president, everybody, it's a minute and an hour.
A minute and an hour, exactly. But we got our interaction and our action for day 2. You guys have no pressing tasks. You have nothing being beckoned of you or needing to be done, so you have full leeway with what you wish to do. We'll go down the list and get some ideas. Hachu, what is your action and interaction for the day?
Yo, stick-
I don't actually know. Oh, we
Like to wait and
we-
see what the others choose and see if you want to tag along with that?
sure,
Alright.
sure, yeah, I'll do that.
Remember, if you do have nothing that you particularly want to go out of your way to do, or nothing that you particularly want to study or attempt at, you can always daisy chain along with others, or you can simply make it a day of rest and possibly get something out of that. So you do have multiple options. You're free to use it as you will. But Leroy, anything you'd like to do with your second day?
We're still in England, right?
Yep, you guys are still at Greenwich at your basically main base of operations.
I'm smelling an opportunity to build a 56 mag drum.
Weapons, experiments, attack, drum, mag. Alright, what about an interaction? Anybody in particular you want to have a chat with?
Peter. I want to talk to Peter.
Alright, heart to heart with Peter. Nikos, action and interaction for day 2. What
I
you
don't know.
up
I
to?
don't have anything planned. I'm probably just chilling.
Alright. Chillin' with no G. Peter, action and interaction. What do you want to do for the day?
I
Boy,
think
Leroy.
I'm going to go to the library and do some research on Hachu's shit.
Library research on Hachu. Alright, any interactions that you want to do for the day?
Nope.
Nope. Alright. Torin.
I guess
action
I'll
and-
offer Hachu the chance to come join me, but
Alright. Hachu.
Yes.
Torin. Action and interaction. What do you?
So, Torin's gonna spend most of the day in the library, copiously poring over books on Rhodes. And then for the interaction, he's actually going to go see Hachu about his magic Loudman hat.
Ooh, okay.
Hachu's a very
hat.
popular person today.
Hat, he is. Wilhelm, action and interaction for the second day.
Wilhelm will make his way back to Oxford, and when he is there, he is going to inquire about Mr. Perry.
To Perry. Alright. And interaction.
Für in und in Interaction, yeah, he probably will try to collect Nikos and Torin and try to talk to them about the
Elshins?
blessing of the ninefold
Ah.
wheel.
Alright, heart to heart about the ninefold. Alrighty.
Hot Mike caught you, Hot Mike.
Oh, it is? Oh my god.
It's soundproof, so we can't hear the sounds behind him.
You need to get a cage like Picatrix.
Yeah, fucking tell me about it.
He's just sitting
God.
there playing fucking D&D in a glass box in his room, like.
I need to get one of those fucking like drummer things
Drum
behind
shield?
me. Yeah, drum shield.
Hell yeah.
That probably would work actually if I.
It would actually. Acoustically, it would work very well.
That's
Trees are
frustrating.
awesome.
All right, I'll be back.
Trees are actually wood, actually.
Alrighty. Let me make sure this is the right song. That's not the right song.
Ah.
That's it. The observatory. That's the one. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I like that song. I don't know why this is the library's theme, but it is. So. Alrighty. So first
Beauty and the
up
Beast.
on our docket, Leroy. We'll start with you wanting to do some weapons experiments for the day. Are you gonna tinker about in your room, or are you gonna head over to the armory and kind of weapons testing building, or how about this do you wish to go?
Can I say that I told him about the place where we did the live experiments and the people who were there for my artillery gun?
I think he'd be knowledgeable on it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, butt out, fucking Prussian.
You are und dick, sir.
Jesus.
You are a family fucker.
I'm going to fuck your house.
You. This is Dixie fucker. That's.
I'm going to beat your dick off with both hands.
Is that your trucker call sign, Leroy? Dixie fucker?
Dixie fucker.
What is wrong with you all?
What is a trucker?
Something you'll invent in the future.
You've been to the future?
Oh no. But you're wanting to do what was it, a 56 round drum?
Oh yeah, 56. You know, because the blueprints exist.
Don't
so.
you already have
Oh yeah.
the what was it, 12 round? No, you. How many rounds does your rifle currently have? We went with the smaller mag, correct?
The 19 was the standard issue.
Yeah. Okay. And you're wanting to look into
I need
the...
more. I need more.
You want to look
I'm,
into
I'm
the,
American. God damn it! I need more. Actually, I was thinking about it, and no, I want to have that talk with Peter first because I've got that. I've got that block of pure silver that I earned from.
Yep.
Pouring me out.
I was gonna put it more delicately, but sure. Encouraging your fan base. There we go. Encouraging your fan base to be more fanatical. Yes.
Yeah, if you want to reach Peter first, you'll probably find him towards the morning after, I'm assuming, giving a small sermon to, like, the only 4 other Orthodox, like, troops and 1 scientist.
There
at
might
the
be some
base.
Greeks.
Maybe some Greeks present, yeah, something to that extent.
Oh, Guzo.
As he's walking
mean,
out,
oh,
doing his
Guzo?
thing, finishing off with that. So, yeah, you'll be able to catch him walking across, like, the little central grassy area.
Hey, Peter. Peter.
Oh, no.
Huh? Hello, my friend. Might I bother you for a minute, can I borrow your time for a minute? See, after the interaction with our dear Nikos' fan base the other night, I was able to procure, get my hands on, you see, some pure silver, and I'd like to turn it into some specialized ammunition on the off chance that we run into anything otherworldly. And I want to see if your religious expertise could be put to use in helping me craft such a thing.
But I don't know, DM.
You, being a man of religion, do have various knowledge in kind of your stereotypical religious anti-magic and anti-bestial, the very common things, mostly like what hurts vampires, holy water, specifically almost every cleric and order knows things about fighting the undead. So you would have baseline knowledge. You might have to dip into your memory and history a little bit, but based upon what he's trying to combat, you should be able to help.
I mean, is there like any, for
So
lack of
what-
a better term, enchanting I can do, or is it just?
Yeah, that's kind of, I should have led with that. That's kind of what that's what I'm looking for, sir. Is that I can craft the ammunition, but I would like your holy hand in blessing my armaments.
Oh. Yeah, you can bless armaments. That's a thing you can do.
Does it? Is
It
it?
would require a religion roll to do so. You'd have to set up and figure out what you're trying to bless, and you'd have to successfully pass the religion roll to bless said weapon.
So, on a side note, I don't know anything about crafting ammunition in real life, but what I kind of have in mind is maybe some, and it might affect the dynamics of the rounds being fired, but what I have in mind is maybe some holy script on some of the bullets, or say I decide I make some hollow points and have like a drop of holy water poured into the round during crafting, before it's capped off.
Okay.
Something like that.
Roll me an intelligence, Leroy, and roll me a religion, Peter.
Okay, let's see what I can.
Why can I never find a good smooth jazz mix? What the fuck?
I mean,
You look
this
up
is
coffee house
smooth.
jazz?
How heavy? How fast are you wanting it to go?
A little slower than this, but this works.
This is pretty fucking slow.
Yeah, it is. This works. I've gone through like 20 of them. So 11 religion.
You're just bashing that clarinet or the sax, whatever that is.
Something brass. Yeah, give me that intelligence roll, Leroy.
Nope, that's the wrong one. I can never do it right. I don't think
there we
I-
go. Well, we got those out of the way. All right.
Jesus.
Yeah, you.
Get ready to roll average the rest of the session.
Yep. You know enough about casting bullets and munitions that they have the ability here to take that metal and obviously cast it into casings of a caliber that you choose. It would not be very hard for them to do. And you do know that if you mix Leroy or Peter will be able to contribute that by blessing some water to make holy water, and then specifically adding that to the rounds when they are fully assembled will essentially make them holy rounds.
Okay, John Constantine.
I think that's what he's going for. Holy water cast bullets. But yeah, you'd be able to do that. You just gotta find the weapons smithing and munitions manufacturing here, although very, very limited. And you might have to strike a deal with them to cast said ammo.
That's fine, so long as I get to imagine crafting ammunition while Peter is doing some holy mantra in the background with
Waving.
a deep baritone.
Waving incense around him.
Waving incense
You know.
and blessing it.
Hey, yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, Peter, if you're willing to help them with this, you guys would be able to go to the weapons testing area where you see they do have a limited manufacturing ability for custom munitions. And yeah, if you're willing to help them out, you'll be able to bless the ammo as they'll melt it down, cast it, case it, specifically in the caliber that you're hoping for.
What is the caliber that you're hoping for?
This would. That's a good question.
Weird
because-
fucking caliber your rifle. Which
Well,
is why
so-
it's gonna be a slightly lesser number of ammo produced.
Well, no, 303 is not an odd caliber.
Was that in 303 British? I thought it was some weird, like, 270
Oh, let me-
No,
Mexican.
Farquhar Hill was made in 303 British.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Very easy common caliber that they have plethoras of. Shit.
Yeah, look at you trying to cripple me, fucker.
Roll me religion, Peter, and Leroy, roll me a 1D200.
This wouldn't be affected by artisan tools.
No.
Okay,
Believe they
1D100.
D200.
Hell
Damn.
yes. Hell
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
The numbers,
So
the numbers, Mason, they're very high.
Yeah,
There's a
fuck
lot
your
of
averages,
numbers.
Torrent.
if you want to add 177 rounds of, in quotations, blessed 303 blessed rifle rounds to your inventory, Leroy.
And I removed the 2-pound block of silver.
Yep, remount a 2-pound block of silver. So these specifically, if you want to put in parentheses or info around them for you to remember, will dish out an additional 1d6 to your normal rifle damage against any beasts, fiends, or undead. And any
Hang on,
undead...
wait.
Oh, go ahead.
It's okay. There we go. So what was it?
It deals an additional d6 of damage on top of the regular rifle damage to any beasts, fiends, or undead. In addition to that, any undead that are of a, let me check here, a
Demonic?
challenge rating of
Oh.
1/2 or below will have to make a save. And that is for me to know.
Make an additional saving throw.
Yep, they'll have to make an additional saving throw, and I'll keep that to my notes. Just make sure you mention it should you shoot something of undead nature.
That's a lot of ammunition. Do I get a beast of burden to carry these rounds?
Assumedly, a lot of the spare
It's on a
mags and
plane.
stuff that you guys carry is kind of brought along with you in supply and stuff. You'll probably have your regular...
I mean, we have a beast of burden in the party already.
Aw.
I just
You'll have
I
your
just-
regular combat load on you, and whenever you guys rearm, you'll be able to rearm from that stash if you want to.
No, just carry
Does
them
that
all
mean
in
we're
your
getting
pocket.
saddlebags for Hachu?
I was referring to the kobold, but I wouldn't mind putting it on the snake either.
He doesn't carry your shit unless he took it right from you.
Actually, that's not correct because you've carried my hat for me.
Yeah, he took it from you, fair and square. In the trade. It's not your hat anymore. You think it's your hat. That's cute.
But yeah, add 177 rounds of silver blessed bullets to your inventory. In addition to that, after they help with that, they will charge a little bit of a fee. Their initial request is, let me look here, a flat
Charge it
200.
to the OSS.
This is a personal casting that they did for you, so they can't exactly charge the OSS for it.
Yeah, I got it.
So they will charge you 200. Is that okay?
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
I
Minus
got
200 from
monies.
your muns. And
And what about the exchange rate for pounds to dollars?
We're not doing exchange rates. Every
Yeah.
dollar is a dollar.
I already know this.
Yeah. I'm not about to do that. That's way too much. Yeah, so you're able to cast that. Peter's able to go on his way to attend to what he's doing, and while you're there, you do realize there is a couple crafting tables and kind of blacksmith tables and weaponsmith things set up, and you will be able to find one that is open. You said you were wanting to try to manufacture a attempt at the drum mag, correct?
I mean, now that I have 177 rounds of blessed ammunition, I might as fucking well.
Alright. There are a lot of pieces, a lot of parts. They do have on a very small scale, contributing the full day to it. You will be able to cast some items and use other existing weapons modules and parts to try to make kind of a beta version, like a test version of this drum. But it will take quite a bit of work. Roll me a Tinker's Tools and an Intelligence roll.
Tinkers and then intelligence.
Yep. Tinker's Tools and Intelligence. Or Artisans, rather. Oh, shit. Okay.
Jesus.
Damn.
You're on it. Okay.
He's rolling good for today. Okay. Means he's probably going to roll bad in Rhodes.
Don't you jinx me, goddammit. Don't you jinx me, Berkey Bobby.
You're able to take a combination of what is drums for originally a sort of a drum mag for like what used to be an anti-material rifle of some sort, like an anti-tank rifle, and you're able to gut that, put different parts in, and take a weird amalgamation of all kinds of different parts. It definitely doesn't look like the blueprints, because it's a bit larger and a bit more crude, but it does seem to function, and you run a series of cycle checks and tests on it, and you do expend some of the non-magical ammo that is there, and by the end of the day, yeah, add one drum to your, you said it was a, how many rounds drum?
56.
That is ludicrous that they decided to make a 56-round drum. Yeah, you have one 56-round drum. However, it comes with the caveat. You have your 19-rounder, which does require a full like manual reload because it is undetachable at the time. But should you detach this one, you obviously can't manually reload it in combat. It would take way too long. So once this one runs out, it is out until a long rest.
Gotcha.
You can't just pop it off with a single clip.
Unfortunately, and also
It's,
to balance this for the time being, it is the experimental clamped-on version, so it's a little difficult to undo it once it runs out.
I feel like they weren't aiming for 56 for the number. I feel like they were just aiming for how many can we fit in this before it stops feeding.
Pretty much.
Why is Leroy turning into Cave Johnson from Portal? How do we fit so much bullet in this little drone? Well, we pour the entire bullet in there. It fires the case and everything. That's 56% more bullet per bullet.
It's a magazine of holding.
Oh god, yeah.
Magazine of holding. I imagine it works like,
You know,
not like literally, but like theoretically like a Krag mag, where you just kind of dump the bullets in there and they feed into the gun properly.
Just
know
dump
what?
a bit
I'm
of
gonna
side
call it-
tray.
I'm gonna call it that, and if I can get someone to enchant this fucker, it is gonna be a magazine of
Pouring-
holding.
Pouring bullets into the side like it's a fucking Red Ryder BB gun.
You know,
Can you just imagine this in a combat setting, but it looks like you're playing paintball, and you're just dumping.
Leroy's taking a knee,
that's pretty
holding
accurate,
a wooden
yeah.
box, just pouring bullets into the side of his
So-
gun, like shing, shing, shing.
So, have you heard of the Krag Jorgensen before?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the exact same thing.
Oh my
I
god.
gotta get a Krag, man.
Just dump bullets in the fucking
And you know, it's
shredder.
only a
just
matter
dump
of time
bullets in
till-
there.
it's only a matter of time till Torrent gets his hands on this thing. He's like, I'm letting it go.
So there was no, I won't spoil it. It's for a later time, but you guys might be onto something. But keep that for later thoughts and ideas.
It is a good thought. Torrent is the best in his party at expending ammo.
Yeah, especially when your
And
box mag attached to your MG42 is a box mag of holding.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, Torrent can empty a magazine in a round and a half. It's really inconvenient.
The crazy thing is, I can imagine Torrent with his sneak ability just going through an entire line or a company's barracks and just taking all, or say they're in a trench somewhere and just taking all the ammunition and dumping it.
That's not an ability inherent to him. Those are just good sneak rolls.
But yeah, for
It might as well be compared to the rest of the group.
For your strange semi-auto Mexican South American rifle, add your 56 round drum. However, once it runs out, if you have that equipped, once it runs out, you'll have to wait until a proper long rest rearm to fully reload it.
I'm meting this right now. On his way to the library, fucking Torrent sees Leroy holding that, and he just goes, "What the hell is that?" As he passes, and he just keeps walking.
What you're seeing, my friend, is a 1930s M64. Ooh.
Bastard gun.
I'll let you shoot it.
Did you open the lighter?
What was that?
He's gone.
Alrighty. Leroy had a little chat with Peter, got your new weapons experimental drum mag done. You might be able to look at that again at another point in time to see if you can perfect it. But for now, your swanky rifle's significantly heavier. Nikos is chillin', Hachu is chillin'. Peter!
Peter.
You said you wanted to do some library research on Hachu and also have a conversation with him. Which would you like to do first?
Well, I mean, the only thing I was going to do was to invite him to do some research on his situation with the demon.
Alright. Yeah, you'll be able to find him probably lurking around his room or doing something in the hallways.
Gotcha. Do you have a minute? Or a few?
Yeah, I got a couple.
I was going to head to the library to look into the, your situation with the demon, see if there's any precedents. Perhaps get a starting point. Would you like to come with me?
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. I'll join you.
You guys weave your way on through and cross over the commons. You see Leroy walking out with something into a couple of the other rooms. Torrens kind of mad dogging him walking past. Okay, whatever. You guys continue on and head off into the library. It is now fully stocked. It is fully capable. You find yourself a table that you're able to occupy. Turn on the lamps. And what specifically are you wanting to look into?
I want to do some research on his weird situation with the demon. Because that's not like a normal act.
So are you wanting to look for specifically unnatural or other than common packs and the rules around them?
Yeah.
Or are you wanting to...
Yeah, I think that's a good starting point, unless Hachu has any other ideas for where to start.
I went to ask Picatrix as well. He didn't really know a whole lot else.
Library music.
This is not any kind of music I would associate with a library.
Torrens started it.
Books
Still
falling
has
across.
PTSD from that palm tree.
Yeah.
Bad dude.
Sometime we gotta waste an action building a palm tree out of books in his in the hallway in front of his room.
Oh, God.
That would end poorly.
Oh, or shall
I
we
don't know,
just
is
start
there
with
a-
it?
Yeah.
I want both of you to give me a intelligence roll.
Intelligence.
Intelligence. That is a save.
Intelligence.
Intelligent. He is intelligent.
Smarticle
He too is
particle.
intelligent. Oh wow, yeah, +4 because you're a fucking wizard. Yeah, you
No,
guys
use
get a rough
wisdom for my
idea,
rolls.
and you're able to. Now that you're no longer having to look really hard for it, since the library is now organized, you guys are able to acquire a couple books
What?
over a few hours and start looking into kind of you start skirting around the edge of like demonology and realize you need to find specifically devils and the kind of deals that they make. And you're able to find a couple works. Some of them go back to old Arabic history, some of them are of a more American and European style understanding. You do find one book on warlocks specifically, who seem to be kind of the best go-to example for these sort of deals. And after doing a fair bit of reading, you guys come to realize this seems like the most atypical, just down the middle of the line, bordering generic devil's style deal that somebody would make with a devil or a fiend. The promise of a firstborn or something related to either a soul or blood of some sort, specifically a familial relation. Various tasks that reward the one giving power to the person who made the deal, and also the atypical, what seems to be somebody else within familiar relations having made that deal on their behalf, which seems to be a lot more common than you would hope it was. You don't find anything super specific. It seems like your standard kind of on paper example from a lot of the other ones that you read up about and discover. There's nothing particularly odd or strange about it. You guys will have 2 more specific things that you can look into. What would you like to read into or find?
I'm gonna say we need to carry that on and start looking into how to break a pact.
Pact breaking, okay.
Oh boy.
Both of you roll me another intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Ooh.
Not smart.
Oh.
He is though.
Ooh.
Damn. Well, that definitely
Smart
compensates
particle.
for the 8 because it's a combined roll. Okay. Damn. Peter, you kind of struggle a little bit because you've never really looked into the idea of fallen paladins and pact and oath breakers, and you're like, yeah, I've always kind of steered away from that because I just don't like that. I don't like looking into it. So you're not really able to find too much information other than, obviously, when you break a pact or an oath, you tend to lose that ability or power, or at least a good majority of it that you're given. Hachu, though, fucking nat 20. Through your reading, you're able to find a nice myriad of stories, specifically out of one analog that gives a sort of whole compendium. And you would imagine it was a list of, like, perhaps warlocks and such that broke things. But you actually find a specific book that talks of Italian knights and orders, and a large amount of them that specifically broke their pact or their deal or sort of faith that they had made while still using that power to essentially fight for what they believe. So they lived in a very strange sort of gray zone. With that gray zone, you end up reading into and discovering the church revered quite a few of them, and ended up actually entombing and magically safekeeping their bodies and souls, because by breaking that pact while also in the name of their god or their deity, even if they did it for them, it still kind of resulted in a on-paper agreement or breaking of that agreement. No matter what reason you did it for, whether good for your god or not, you are still breaking a pact or holy agreement, or devil's deal. And as such, your soul or body would still suffer the ramifications that were detailed. And it specifically goes into a couple excerpts about a large amount of paladins and nuns, and a handful of clerics who were specifically entombed in a monastery somewhere in southern Italy, to be kept safe and protected from the devils that they made deals with to specifically slay those devils. And even though they had the support of other gods, it still, no matter what, smacked them in the back. They were still deemed to either be sent to hell or their soul be essentially destroyed and used, or their kind of indentured servitude be something brought about forever. And you end up reading into this sort of gray zone where, not so much gray zone, but sort of a not existence. Because your soul is owned by said deity, and you destroyed said deity, the deal with that deity can't be broken, but it can't be fulfilled, and you kind of cease while still existing. And it puts you in a very bad predicament of not existing.
Not
You
existing.
feeling bad yet, Torin?
It's not great. But because you got the nat 20, you do find a handful of times where, not with greater devils, not with demons, and definitely not deals with gods. Those seem to be really hard to work your way out of. In fact, there's only one story where one worked their way out of a deal with a god, and it seems to harken back to quite literally a demigod getting a fast one over on a god, and it seems to tie into some old Greek kind of history. But you do find a couple fables. They seem to be very recent, about essentially a bard who was given power by what seemed to be a lesser devil, a common devil, and using that devil's pride, they were able to essentially force the devil to make a addendum to that deal. It's very, very difficult, but if you can outsmart a devil, if you can find what that devil's main sort of thing is, which seems to kind of echo the ideas of one of the 7 deadly sins, as you've kind of heard them echoed about. If you can find what that specific devil's shtick is, and you can exploit it, you can outsmart them. But it's only been done very, very few times, and it required some really high charisma. It's not Chuck Berry. One of them did involve
Marvin Berry. It's Marvin Berry, his cousin.
It's Marvin Berry. One of them did involve a fiddle, though. So it is possible, but you're gonna need to get to know this devil a whole lot better, and you're gonna need to really... It seems like you're gonna have to really finagle your way out of this deal, because it is, as you recall, a on-paper deal, meaning you're going to have to get real legalese with it, more than likely.
Need a high-cha lawyer.
But,
Who was the guy who helped OJ get out of it? We need him.
The Kardashians' dad.
matters on what the definition of it is.
Man.
But it seems like you can get out, but it is so uncommon that you can literally count it on your hand, and it seems to have only ever been successful with outsmarting and legalese with lesser devils. It doesn't seem to have ever been successfully done, or at least recorded, with greater devils, demons, or especially gods, outside of demigods finding ways to do so. But there's definitely a way to get out of it. Just, it's gonna take a lot more time and research, and seems a bit of finagling and legalese on a devilly sort of level.
Well, he never
But you
gave
went down
me
to Georgia.
Well, this couch fella never gave me an exact time limit, so it might be all right.
Would you like me to give you a sort of hint with that nat 20?
Sure.
Roll me another flat d20. We'll see how much of a hint, because I gotta help that nat 20 somehow.
Eight.
Well, you know, there is a physical deal written on physical paper with a physical pen by a physical devil. You never took the time to read the paper.
Ah.
That might be a good start.
Can I read the paper?
It's something we're gonna have to do at another time. You do not currently hold the on paper deal.
Well, guys, I guess we're going to the 9 hells.
So we have one more section to research.
You do have one more section you guys can research. What specifically would you like to delve into or look into?
I think our
Even
best chance is
genocide.
Huh?
No. No.
Hey, can you guys keep it down over there? I'm trying to learn Rhodes Greek.
It's your old library.
I like that he hasn't asked Leroy to help him learn Greek.
You know Greek?
Oh, wait, I don't speak Greek. Never mind.
Wouldn't you be asking Nikos?
I mean,
Yeah.
close enough. I mean, I'm sure the Italians have had some influence.
Nah, he's just gonna bounce fucking Greek sentences off Nikos in a bad accent.
Oh.
Hello, bathroom is where, please.
The Romanes, home they go.
But, yeah,
Greetings.
what's the
Water
third
the
thing?
closet, please. Yes.
Oh my god. What's the third thing you guys would like to delve into with the third remainder of the day that you have?
I say we should look into this couch guy. See if we can find anything more.
Well, you see, he's comfy, and you like to sit on him.
Both of you roll me a
Off it is.
intelligence.
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 I
Damn. All right.
He can't see you if you wear ABU pattern.
Fucking nearly 40. He can't see AVU. The checkers hurt his eyes. Nearly 40.
No, I'm
okay.
wearing UCP, so I blend in with the couches they have in the library.
Let me grab my cooly dooly notes here and dig through. through some reading as you get towards the latter part of the evening before probably dipping out to go get dinner. You guys try to read into the couch demon or the couch devil. You have a hard time finding anything related to couch. It's kind of hard to figure out. However, through a little bit of trial and error and kind of narrowing it down specifically more to like the southeast and kind of the Bible Belt area of the US, you end up finding something that refers to the Kaushamar, which the first 5 words does seem to spell couch, kind of. But the Kaushamar devil, it is what you can gather, seems to be a common devil, not powerful, not super influential, but in sort of the voodoo and lesser magical underbelly, specifically around old French Louisiana, and I'll tap into that history here in a moment. It seems to be what you can find is it is a lesser devil hailing from France. And when France had their Great Purge, their large Templar exiling, it seems a lot of devils and demons were also cast out with that. And a lot of them found their way to other various French colonies. One specifically, being the Kaushamar devil, found his way to French Louisiana, where he seemed to really reside over messing with people's dreams, messing with people's sleep, and messing with people when they were in a heavier sleep state. Not so much when they're napping or when they're just falling asleep, but he tends to take advantage of people when they are in that REM sleep state, that really heavy sleep that when you wake up from it, your body doesn't connect with the brain and the fact that it's awake. He's been seen in a few different personas and shapes, sometimes taking the appearance of a nightmare, being a sort of ghastly, bony sort of horse or equine creature, sometimes taking the form of lesser imps, sometimes taking the form of purely himself, which seems to match the kind of Americanized, red-horned, humanoid, kind of tiefling-looking demeanor and stature and shape. But he seems to really reside over people when they are sleeping. He seems to operate almost entirely through dreams. And he doesn't really get anything out of it other than terrorizing people when they are sleeping by keeping them awake in their sleep. Outside of that,
is that you?
there's not really too much history on him at all about actual deals, actual bartering being done with him. He's been known as a fiend. He's been known as a sort of folklore way to explain what seems to be sleep paralysis. But you can't find any information on this lesser devil actually ever having made a deal before. Of any sort. There doesn't seem to be any recording of him having made deals or barters before.
I have in my notes all caps the Hat Man.
That is someone different. He resides in the southwest of the U.S. The Hat Man is an entirely different entity.
Stop talking about me.
You're a demon sword?
Oh,
What?
Hat
I
Man.
have you seen the horns?
You got horns in the spikes. So I guess you kind of fit in.
This could feed into a whole, because that the rural folk will definitely feed into that for sure. You could convince them.
My horns are biological, not a magical indication of whatever I'm trying to read.
Put a little dirt
Just
under
teasing
your
you.
pillow for the dirt man. But yeah,
You
that's
just put me to sleep. I gotta turn that off.
all good. Yeah, that's about all that you're able to really find out. He seems to be a exiled French devil that found his way to old French Louisiana before, obviously, it was purchased and acquired by the U.S. And seems to have just really been a nuisance overall. He causes
what you're
sleep
telling me is all we
paralysis,
need is-
and he messes with dreams. He's never had any history of deals before.
So what you're telling me is all we need to deal with him is a English longbow, and he'll just run for the hills.
Maybe, not sure. More than likely, this might require a bit more time going, perhaps, to France to investigate the specific time
it's all off then.
period where, you know, they ran out all the Templars and established their own orders, and it was a rough time. But yeah, as far as you can tell, he seems to kind of mirror being a imp, kind of mirror being a nightmare, and kind of is just a menace to the French Louisiana area, causing sleep paralysis and things of that sort. But no actual history of deals before. But seems to match your atypical lesser devil persona.
Can I do anything to protect Hachu while he's sleeping?
Question as well after that.
Roll me religion.
How do you spell couch in this case?
Cauchemar. Cauchemar.
Caucha.
Oh, religion. Hey, 19.
You could just sleep in the plane.
So you get the notion that you can definitely block off specific areas. You can't protect him specifically, but if he is within a specific protected area, be it hollowed ground of a church or a perhaps sealed or blessed container or area, maybe a specific trinket or item of protection or tome of protections of various sorts would also possibly do the trick.
Said sleep on the plane.
Essentially, yeah, because you did place the... What was it?
An anti-scrying dreamcatcher that were on top of the gypsies.
Yep. The scrying dreamcatcher would actually be along the same lines of probably not nearly as effective to some things, but essentially if it's got that sort of scrying or mental or emotional protection to it, that should be the best way to do it. But him specifically, you don't have a way, at least yet, to actually just poof protect him.
Alright, time to go bless the shit out of the plane.
Peter up in the
around
late
it,
hours of the morning, 2 a.m. just bless.
Is going around with you know, that chain, that ball chain thing with the holy smoke coming out of it or
Sensor.
whatever.
And
Yeah, that
Sensor.
one. He just going around the whole plane.
I still think you should have had an incense burning mace or flail.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that.
Just fling it around.
Yeah, why do
like
that
a
when
smack.
machine guns exist?
True. You know, for when it gets hairy. Yeah, so that's what you guys are able to research and find out through almost collective 8 hours of reading and diving through books. And we'll pan on past that to Mr. Torin. Your interaction was with Hachu, and your action, you wanted to do some studying.
Oh, yeah.
So I suppose we'll do your interaction first. You'll, funnily enough, as you first start to grab a couple books that you think will be good, you'll see Hachu over there sitting with Peter, and you'll be able to pull him away for a while, likely.
He's probably not going to pull him away. He's just going to approach and be like, hey, I need your hat.
Which
You need
which
your
hat?
hat, not help.
The one we found in the Falklands, the loud one.
Oh, the shouty one.
Yeah, Shouty. I'll give it back. I just need to take very, very detailed documentation of it and then send it off back to Boston.
Sure. I'll just have it like aside a little like sack or whatever, I guess.
Alright.
You as a
Just hand it to
messenger
him.
bag.
He's got a
Yeah,
little
I guess
bag,
so.
like snake strapped to his midsection or something. Yeah, you'll pull out. It's a little crumpled. It's a little rougher for wear than it was, but he hands you the German Alpine yodeler's hat with a little feather sticking out of it.
Just so you know, that is not how you should store a hat.
Okay.
Anyways, thank you. I'll be back in a bit with this. And yeah,
Oh.
he's gonna
Alright.
do
All
that.
right.
Be able to take some time to jot that down and add that to your magical findings. Tick off one more from your magical items requirements.
Yeah, and then he will return it.
And then,
Begrudgingly.
yeah, after a little while, turns back, hands that to him. You're able to decipher all the same stuff that you guys were able to figure out about it. It projects the distance of verbally cast spells, and it also explodes the voice of whoever's using it.
What did you say the actual name of it was?
Ooh, that's a good question. That is a little ways in my notes. Let me double check here. This is a little ways back in in-game images. Where did I done do diddly did do put it? Helmets, hats, hats and helmets, helmets and hats.
Oh no.
Tons of pictures, tons of cameras, spotting scopes, women, hats.
You're getting there.
Belalicas, kobolds, mops, U-boat captain,
You're getting there.
Snellergeist, Steelpot, SS. There it is. Let me copy paste this. I forgot I gave this a big fucking funny name.
Oh god.
Let me DM it to you. The Belgian Mountaineers' thunderous bellows cap of greater Black Dutch mountains above the Black Forest of Germanica.
Jesus Christ.
Bit of a mouthful.
Attempt to say that in German.
No, thank you.
We know that's how German translates.
How many adjectives?
20.
Description: a very loud hat. Okay.
Very loud hat.
And then yeah, just the rest of that is just he's gonna be poring over the geography, the geology, the languages of ancient roads and modern roads, and you know the whole fucking shit.
Alright. Give me a intelligence roll, and you can add your modifier for the library.
Oh, all right, +5. Oh, well, that's a good one. Well, 17, I suppose.
17's still not bad. Yeah, you're able to pour over, do some reading, do some knowledge, and work on roads. Get the knowledge that it hasn't traded hands too awful much. Largely, it still has a lot of its Greek base to it, but after a couple Turkish and Arabic assaults, and after a very specific Roman assault, it's kind of very multicultural and multinational at this point. It looks Greek, but it's been pretty well occupied by everything else. However, it still holds a lot of its Greekness. A lot of people still there do follow the specific Greek pantheons or are of a Greek Orthodox nature. However, it is currently under the ownership, at least on paper, of Italy, which is kind of interesting.
Is that so?
Hello. As you read a
Who's
bit
over in the middle of
into
the
it,
session?
Sorry.
Oh, good. As you read into it, you find it has a relatively very important positioning for some of the ancient Greek mythology. Specifically, it was sort of the bastion. It was kind of seen as like a protective barrier to sort of ancient Greek happenings in Greece itself. It protected from a lot of the Eastern Mediterranean movement, and you're able to find some writings and works showing that they had built what seemed to be a very large protector known as the Colossus. This Colossus was on paper seen as just a sort of threat, a hard posture. However, you're able to find a couple works and sort of hints that seem to have been expunged or wiped out from history since then that perhaps alludes that it did a bit more than was just a threatening statue. However, that was unfortunately lost when Rhodes was invaded by the Arabs, and the statue was dismantled, ripped apart, and was sold, specifically by what seemed to be some Jewish traders and caravanners, and was taken to what is current-day French Syria. Once it went there, it seems to have kind of disappeared. Nobody knows what really happened to it after it was broken down and sold. A couple of historians say it was melted down. Others say it was straight up just buried. Some say that it was relocated to another hidden area and kept in a sort of protective, sort of safekeeping. But it's all kind of speculation and rumor. Nobody really knows. You are, however, with the 17, you're able to get a disadvantage to speaking Greek. So you can add disadvantage Greek to your language. And you also will be able to read it without too much problem. But speaking it and understanding it, you're going to have disadvantage on those language rolls.
Okay.
Don't worry, we can work on that later.
Because you're not able to invest a full 2 days to it, you won't have, unfortunately, any combat advantage to anything of a Greek nature.
Of course. Advantage on Nikos, damn.
Technically, yeah. Yeah, you're able to pour over it, get some good information. I'll also put in my notes here that when you make rolls, I'll be able to harken back to this to when it's actually applicable to add a little extra information for you. And yeah. What else would you like to do? Let's see, you had to study on Rhodes to gain some of the effects from that, and talk to Hachu about the hat.
Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty. Wilhelm, you had a little bit of a
Are you gonna come watch me bless the plane for the next 8 hours?
Hello.
You wanted to speak with Nikos and Torin about something personal, and you wanted to go to Oxford for a bit of the day.
If it would be possible, I want to leave a note or find a page that can deliver a note for Nikos and Torin to meet me in my room during the evening. However, my day will consist of me going to Oxford and finding said Mr. Perry and inquire about his involvement possibly with the, I'm going to call them Strikeviches for right now, or the, just in general, the robotics and magical...
Damn straight.
He's doing. By the way, that was fucking awesome. Can we give me applause for that?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I even loved how witches sounded like bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was so hard.
Good work.
But yes, if so, the Strikeviches type of information first, and then coming back and in the evening talking to Torin and Nikos.
Alright. Yeah, you'll be able to make a little trip up there on a little train, eventually catch one of the smaller cabs, take you to Oxford, approach, and you'll be able to find yourself at that familiar front desk again, with the same gentleman standing behind it who kind of looks up and raises a brow. Yes, can I help you?
Hello again. I was wondering if you can direct me to where Mr. Perry may reside or where his office is.
Perry Mason. What?
Hey, I'm Latin.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Might I ask to why you wish to inquire him?
Well, you see, I am a former Imperial Prussian artillery officer, but I do have some skills with magical artillery combinations, and I just wanted to, how is the saying, pick his brain for knowledge or uh, possible more other applications of mind magics.
Very well. Allow me to see if he is in. One moment. And he'll step back and go down one of the hallways, passing through a door.
Dankeschön.
And leave you for a couple minutes. After about 10, 15 go by, a little bit of that idle waiting in the lobby. He comes walking back to you, and like, he's not in the building at the moment. However, we do have his assistant available to speak with you, who has been given ability to divulge on some information on his behalf, if you would wish to speak with her.
Ah, wunderbar.
Okay, right this way. And he'll show you through, and you go through a couple hallways, seem to be kind of your, like, nice college professors, like, rooms that have been turned into sort of military study. A lot of various
So, like
officers, ranks,
offices?
and stuff. Yeah.
So,
Kinda-
like college offices and stuff like that.
Yeah, kind of college offices, but definitely has those, like, military rank and name placards on the doors and stuff like that. It's kind of been retrofit a little bit. And you
This
make
was
a way
the same
to...
gentleman.
Oh.
This was the same gentleman I spoke to yesterday, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
He'll show you down the hallway to one of the doors, gives 2 quick knocks, opens it up, and you can see where it's kind of one of those 2-part offices. He's got his private office and then sort of the lobby that's like a half office in the front with the receptionist sitting there. And he'll show you in, a couple seats for you to take. The woman's sitting there currently typing on a typewriter.
Before
looks
he
like your
leaves-
typical British officer female.
Copy that. Before he leaves, I want to turn to him. I just have one question.
Of course.
Where did you learn your German? It is very, very rich, and you speak it very, very well.
Bavaria.
Bavaria, you say? Is that where you are from?
In a different life, we'll say.
I understand that myself in some aspects. Good. Dankeschön, as I said before, and you have a great day. Thank you.
Gives a little nod, turns about, goes walking on his way, and she doesn't seem to pay any mind. She's sitting there just typing away.
I sit down in the chair and don't say anything until she basically reacts to me.
A nice about 10 minutes will go by where she's just typing away till she finishes the paper, slides it to the side, pulls the paper out, folds it a couple times, sets it down. Okay, what can I help you with, sir?
Hello. I get up, I walk to the desk and offer my hand.
She'll reach a hand out, shake it.
I am Wilhelm Schwartz. I am a magical artillerist, formerly of the Prussian Empire, and I originally had some questions for your. I don't know if boss is your senior ranking. I guess I think you all are civilians here. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I am Royal Navy.
Okay. Well, then you're I guess what would be your commanding officer. But possibly you can answer some of these questions for me, and maybe we can extrapolate on some knowledge together.
I've been made knowledgeable that you're from the OSS and you wish to inquire on Mr. Perry's endeavors here with the various magical research that he is doing. I can't obviously answer some questions, but I will answer what I can for you.
I understand, but I think a little show and tell might be a proper introduction. I take out my tools. I take out some of the clockwork pieces. Oh, I can't do that right now.
Hey, hey.
Oh shit! Ah, I just realized that. Um, Unfortunately, I would love to show you some of my abilities, but I have acquired a item that, while very powerful, does leave me at a bit of a loss for a couple days in recreating my uh, my, for lack of a better word, magical artillery piece.
We
Um,
have a few arcane and magic users like yourself here at Oxford, who also contribute to our military research and development programs. I believe the OSS, and I'm going to assume by your capacity you're with Wondrous Company?
yeah, that's
Then
that's
you have met
correct.
Matilda's Waltz, to my understanding. You're familiar with what we research and attempt to provide here at Oxford.
I had an inkling, but this visit is actually to ascertain whether that inkling is in true correct. And by your statement, I seem to have ascertained correctly. Um, the one of the I mean, I've been working on not just being a one-trick pony, as some would say, in having this magical artillery piece and having it do all the power. I also have my taken my weapons and uh, altered them in some aspects to give them magical properties as well.
Are
I'll
you
take out my.
perhaps looking for a job, sir?
Oh no. I'm very faithful to the OSS right now. It's I just want to
Then
have some
you,
more of the.
as respectfully as I can say, sir, you do not need to sell your capabilities to me.
Okay, that is fair. Um, I just was hoping that this office specifically and myself specifically, not really on behalf of the OSS or the or Wondrous Company specifically, could have some integration, for lack of a better word, in that maybe I could help during my off time coming down here and bolster the knowledge that the fine College of Oxford um, could use in its R&D department. I do a little bit for the R&D at the OSS, but it seems that they are what is the best word to say? They are very uh, broad in their research and also not very well managed. I don't know if you have met the Mr. I can't remember his name, but he runs the R&D department at the OSS.
I have not. I will disclose with you, as I assume you haven't been perhaps fully briefed up on this, or perhaps not been made aware. We here operate under the Special Operations Executive. We do not actually collaborate with the OSS and their various research endeavors.
Uh, Perhaps as though my contract obviously puts me on missions with them, I have no obligation to the research of the OSS specifically. And if while I am
And while that is true, you are still involved with the OSS, and as such, I genuinely cannot divulge information. At least not without prior approval and clearance. But if you would like to write or present a list of information you would like to inquire to, I can take a more accurate time to look to it and see what can be approved and shared with you and what cannot.
That is good. Okay, then there are a couple things, specifically with my talents of artillery. I want to make my artillery piece potentially faster, and I think uh, some of my knowledge, particularly, is lacking in that area, and then possibly making it so that it has a, what's the term for, a dead man switch, sort of, in the event that it is overrun and we have to fall back. I can use it as a last resort explosive device.
That does sound profitable and something that persons of your particular magical nature would benefit off of.
And then possibly enacting those or other knowledgeable, perhaps being able to not just divulge that information, but other information that I might have into some of your into some of your research as well. Um, if you want, we'll start with the two aforementioned pieces of knowledge, and I can look into going through some of my high-ups and gaining access for cooperation.
You see her lean over and she starts to type in, and what seems to be kind of like a kind of quick addendum, like spark notes, essentially, giving sort of a short abbreviation of some of the things that you're wanting to look into, listing your name and that you are with OSS in Greenwich, military and arcane research, and puts her own, what seems to be her own little personal note underneath it, that seems to kind of read like requesting approval to continue cooperation efforts at a later time. And she basically writes up a little memo and pulls it out, sets it down to the side in the other little stack of papers that she has. I'll submit this and see what we can do. Obviously, I believe we'll be able to reach you, or at least send word for you, in Greenwich.
That is correct, yes. If possible, I don't know if Liza Prospero works with this department, but there is a potential that she can give me slight of recommendation, if that is necessary, or if your higher up would like me to come back when I'm not on a mission to interview me myself. Yes, interview me myself. I could do that as well.
I believe he would personally see to it. You see, he is rather busy quite often. But I can arrange a meeting with you in time. Let me take note of that. She starts to write it down and make a couple more notes. I'll see when we can perhaps organize that so that the two of you, should he be able to, can converse.
Very well. If you need to reach me, I think the best thing to do would be to try to get word to. I can't remember his name right now. Who's the major that's in charge of us?
Swinton?
Major Quentin?
Major General Swinton.
Swinton.
Yep.
Major General Swinton is, in some aspects, in charge of our unit. Going through him would probably be the best possibility of getting Vad to me.
Obviously, we do understand who heads off certain departments. We just do not always know, or at least should not always know what specifically goes under, but through the proper chains, we will be able to hail you when we have word.
Wunderbar. And I will make sure that I am debriefed at the end of every mission, or if this ends up being allowed, debriefed to before I come here and gain the know-how of what to divulge and what not to divulge.
Obviously, that's why I will be submitting this to see where this may go and what can be discussed and see what cooperation. Obviously, much of the approval for this will be going above both our heads.
Yes, definitely higher than our pay grades. Yes.
But I will say, I can divulge that various magical investigations and findings of this particular sort does definitely interest our current endeavors and our primary focus. Mr. Percy has been very good at keeping us directed on these sort of findings.
That is very good. I'm very happy to see that Oxford actually has a department dedicated to specifically not just magic, but magical engineering, I guess, would be a good word for it.
Well, I mean, if I may, it does make sense that our focus is military and magical engineering. Mr. Percy was, in fact, an English Royal Engineer.
I wonder if we ever, if I ever shot at him during the Great War, if he was there.
I would sure hope not.
Well, we are on the same side now. Anything that can help us in get rid of any enemies we might have, common enemies. I don't know how you feel about them, but I am not very.
I understand what you're getting
yes,
at entirely,
insinuating.
sir.
Yes. Let's just say me and current people in power do not have a very cohesive sight for our country.
We try our best to cooperate with everyone we can, but obviously there needs to be careful. I'm sorry we couldn't discuss more on our first meeting, but you also understand it is our first meeting.
I understand that, and I'm very happy that we discussed what we could in the time we had. It was very great meeting you. Wunderbar.
Likewise.
And
we look forward to working with Wondrous Company.
I will see you hopefully later.
She'll stand up and hold a hand out.
I take it and I shake it.
Gives a nice little shake. We'll sit back down. Kind of nods her head to the door. The door will open up, and one of the regular soldiers, just a regular, generic British soldier, will be standing there. Will open the door for you.
Thank you.
SOE doesn't get cool soldiers.
I come back out, and as I reach the front desk, I stop. I turn around, and I move back up to the desk to talk to the attendant.
He'll look up to you again. He seems to be looking over some little placard or like hard note piece of paper, like maybe a message or something. He kind of looks up to you. Da.
I hope I am not interrupting what you are doing, but
no, of course not.
Okay. It was very nice meeting somebody from the old country.
Likewise, even if we are southern and you hail from a more northern region.
I think that right now, if you are here, you are against current political positions and the direction our old country is going.
I choose to remain anonymous from most global politics, sir.
Oh. We might differ there, but at least we are working for the same side, yeah?
I
The
believe
side
so.
of knowledge. The side of knowledge.
Yes, sir.
You have a good day.
You too.
Danke schön. And goodbye.
Guten Nacht.
And I will head out, board my train, and head back.
As you're walking on out to hop on the cab to take you down there, as the cab's starting to roll down the road, roll me a perception check.
I have no clue what that was. Oh, that's terrible.
Oof. Yeah, you're not quite gonna.
I don't see fucking shit.
You're not gonna see nada as you comfortably make your way on down and get to the train station, take a little train ride, and find yourself arriving after another quick little cab ride back to the front door of Greenwich.
Alright. Now, did Torin and Nikos get my notes?
I believe they did. After doing some of their stuff, they would have found your notes, and you'll be able to find them probably around
I'll
the
probably
right
get
time.
dinner first, and then.
Yeah, this will probably be the after dinner, like late evening. You'll be able to find the two of them heading up towards the rooms.
Hey, Nikos, you see this note from Torin, please meet me at my room after dinner. Does that seem a bit strange?
I mean, I got the same thing, so probably not. If no one else got any, he probably wants to talk about what happened in the tomb.
That's a good point. So long as there's no chemistry involved.
Let's hope not. I heard what he did with those drinks he gave you that one time.
Yeah, that paper cut sucked.
You'll be able to see the two of them standing in front of Nikos' door.
Oh no,
just
I want them
kinda
to.
chatting.
I want them to knock on my door.
Oh.
Do we gloss over the part where Nikos and Torin spend 10 minutes debating whether or not to knock?
It'd probably take about 10 minutes. You can hear
Just
them
loudly
talking.
enough for
Yeah.
just loudly enough for them to hear them.
What
You
he
guys.
has in there? He might blow up half the place if we knock.
Do you think he's in there? I mean,
I don't know.
look under the door. Do you see any light? Is there a crack in it?
Okay, now that I hear them outside the door, I open up the door. Hello. Come in.
Hello, hello.
All right.
Come in. Let me grab one of my chairs. One of you can sit on the bed. I'll stand. It's not a big deal.
Bed.
Torin climbs up on the bed. I just wanted to talk about. Oh no! Before, as he says, come in. He goes, would you like to try a new alchemical remedy I made?
Oh, thank you.
Doran,
Hmm?
do you want to try this alchemical remedy?
No. I've had enough alchemical remedies for today.
It was a joke. Yeah.
I'll try it.
You're not even there.
Just hear him shout from down the hall.
It was a joke, cause.
Okay. Oh, I see. I'm not used to you making jokes.
Yeah, Germans are great at jokes. Didn't you know that?
Yeah. So,
Whatever you tell yourself, buddy.
what are we?
You're the best.
What are we here for? I don't see any liquor, so obviously this isn't a.
Oh, would you like some liquor? I have some under the bed.
Yes.
Okay. I pull out some liquor. I pull out some flasks. They're clean. They're empty. I pour the liquor into not the flask. Sorry, the like beakers and shit like that. Clean, empty beakers that are on a drying rack.
Oh my
and
god.
I pour some of the liquor in there and hand them to you guys.
Ah, yes, exactly 52 millimeters. Thank you. That's very precise.
It is okay. They are clean, and I take the first sip so they can see that.
I'm sniffing and then take a hesitant sip also.
Thorin's gonna
Wrong
sniff it and shoot
constitution.
it.
No, just kidding.
It smells like science room glass, but it's like that powdered,
Sterile.
clean, sterile smell. And then you're able to smell some of the schnapps, and you're like, okay.
All right.
So, I wanted to talk about what happened to all of us because I don't know what is up with this blessing of the ninefold veil. But I think we should get some information on it.
That does sound like a good idea.
I've been thinking a lot about that, and I haven't really had any thoughts about that because I haven't found much information. It's very elusive.
Well, maybe we can come up with some conjecture or hypothesis between the three of us, and because ninefold veil, it is not very. I mean, that should pull something up.
Something that I'm equally interested in is how us three specifically came to, well, us two, I guess. Sorry, Nikos, you're a bit late to the party. Well, us two happened to receive it, but we are not similar in any way at all and have no history with one another.
Well, I think some of that is just our positioning. Had we all stepped up on the platform at the same time, maybe all 6 of us would have it. But
yes, but we were observed by the ninefold wheel far before that event.
That's right, the scrying.
I think due to interested parties, that may lie in the connection.
Well, clearly it's something that happened after we met. I can presume at some point.
Well, we know that we were both scryed on, or attempted to be scryed on.
After Italy.
Exactly. By the way, how is that dream catcher fucking for you?
It's in the plane. I mean, I haven't had any nightmares in the plane, so I assume very well.
Didn't I give you a second one to bring inside your room?
Wait, did he?
I can't remember. Did I grab a second one?
No, I think you gave him one.
You
Oh,
kept
you did?
it wrapped up, though.
Oh, okay. Oh, I might have forgotten to give it to you. I go under the bed. By the way, the bed is on stilts. So you had to literally climb up there. It has those those under the posts like stilts, and he just has like storage like relatively neatly organized under his bed. But the bed is essentially from the bottom frame of the bed. It's probably like 4 feet off the ground itself.
Oh my. Yeah, that's a good climb.
Let me look under here. I think it's in this section. Searches. Here it is. Yeah, I have it.
You have under there.
He has a section under his bed.
Well, this side is my alchemical supplies. The middle is kind of clockwork and mechanical supplies. The right side is storage for personal effects and clothing and
you could
odds
requisition a cupboard.
But I like the way this is organized right now. Cubbies, in some ways, it's basically like a whole bunch of the cubicle organizers.
Jesus. Yes.
It's essentially wooden.
Scandinavian.
Yeah, but they're like cubicle organizers that are stacked on top of each other, or like the record boxes that are essentially all stacked on top of each other.
Living the Japanese tiny home apartment life.
It's pretty much what this place is right now, and I never even went to Japan.
Well, I really do appreciate the fact that you got me a gift, even though you forgot to give it to me.
Well, I gave you the first one, and you said you keep it on the plane. So this second one, I figure you can keep in the room, so that way, while we were here, the scrying effects won't affect us. Though I do believe the blessing of the ninefold veil keeps us from that scrying.
I don't know. I would hope. I know.
I thought I remember what is his name? I want to say Aramis, but I know. Yeah, thank you.
Metreon Santos.
Azarath said that the scrying should stop, I thought, when he gave us the blessing of the ninefold veil, or that at least he saw it and he took it off of us. I could be wrong about that.
I do not remember that part.
Nox, did I thought I remember hearing something like that. Was that right?
You do recall that you were being scryed upon, and you do sort of recall he wasn't the one scrying on you.
Yeah. I thought he removed the scrying, but I could be wrong with that.
He did. He removed it.
Okay.
Oh, I missed that part. I must have.
But, so this might be a useless relic. Maybe we could pass on to one of the others. Potentially Hachu with his dreams of, you know...
Death?
Yes, that is a good way of saying it.
We live in the world where people's belief in things allowing them to cross the veil in the first place. If it's a relic that means something, there's a good chance it might actually do something.
Yes, but I think that given the involvement of Argonian or whatever his name is.
You really need
Azeroth.
to stop forgetting his name.
I'm very bad at this. Azeroth. I think that given the involvement of Azeroth, the three of us in this room might be safe.
There's a key.
There's a key?
Asgarath.
Oh, Asgarath. Gotcha.
Off!
Are you correcting a non-native speaker on his English language use?
Okay. So Asgarath.
It is exactly what English language speakers do all the time. Especially when they try to... Never mind.
Torrent, you're getting distracted by pronunciation.
But at the very least, it would be nice to protect the others in our group.
Even if it doesn't work, I still appreciate it. I'll still keep it.
I think you should keep one. Maybe there's a way around it.
Like tasks. We need to focus.
Yes.
Figure out how.
Where do you think we should? Where do you think we should look for information on this ninefold veil?
The library would be a great start. I mean, we didn't spend all that time organizing it for anything. It's probably the best conductive pile of information that the libraries they raided with dump trucks. Good lord.
I think that the library would be a good choice, but maybe broadening our searches for a more comprehensive outlook on it would be good too.
A good way of doing it would be seeking a way to speak with him again and maybe provide an update on that. I don't know if I want to talk to him again so soon.
I think we might look at. I am not a religious person, but there is a chance that if we pray to him, or we at least, I guess praying would be the best phrase for it. That he might be able to infiltrate our dreams in a good way, and we could talk to him there. I can try that today. And Torin, you obviously are the most book savvy of all of us. If you want to, possibly not tonight because tomorrow we are leaving, but at some point come back here and research the was it sixfold? I just close this.
Ninefold, yes.
Ninefold veil, yes.
Just
the ninefold
it
veil
is at the front of my forethought.
Okay. Nikos, any ideas on your approach?
Well, if the library doesn't pan out, we could ask Picadrix. He might know something.
Do you want to maybe divide and conquer? I do the praying, Torin does the reading, you do the asking live book.
I suppose.
Divide and conquer.
Although Picatrix does like you, so you might have a better chance with him.
Okay. Do you want to maybe try praying and see if he shows up in your dreams tonight?
Nikos is good at praying. He has lots of God.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll give it a try.
Then we will do that, and I will talk to Picatrix next time we make it back to headquarters.
Great. And I'll keep my eyes out for anything else as well. I'll keep bashing my head against this wall trying to figure out what happened in Rhodes.
Do you want another drink?
Yes.
Okay. Let's get maybe not sloshed, but good and
Maybe
drunk before we get some sleep tonight.
Maybe 64 milliliters this time.
Okay.
Of drunkenness?
No, 64 milliliters. I have a beaker.
He's pouring fucking liquor into a scientific beaker.
Madman.
Sorry, the context there. I was like, huh?
Or you do know that those beakers are not graduated. I have graduated cylinders if you want to drink from one of those and know
I
exactly
do
how
not
many.
want to drink from a graduated cylinder.
Oh, okay. Well, I think this is around 62 milliliters. I'd pour him a little bit more.
I was making a joke. I was not being specific.
Oh yeah, German
It's such a powerful image.
Just
German-
drinking with from a graduated.
I know.
Graduated cylinder. There's a bit of a challenge to that, honestly, because the air bubbles that. Oh man.
It's just a really tall shot glass.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get you a joke. Germans aren't very good at jokes.
Okay.
I saw a
Exact
Schneider
opposite.
walks into a bar.
Exactly the opposite of what I said when they walked in here. So we drink for a little bit, and then I assume we go our separate ways, and Nikos tries to pray tonight, and next time we're here, we'll divide and conquer, do the other stuff.
Fucking Peter walks by and Nikos is doing a fucking cake stand.
Welcome back to college, Nikos!
Let's go.
The three of you make me con saves.
Oh,
Oh,
con
shit.
saves on the
Oh,
stopping
God.
on the stopping gene.
23, 19.
Oh, okay, we're pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, you
We
guys
just-
handle this fine.
We're great.
We're getting nice and sloshed, but we're not getting sick, and we're just chatting away and telling stories.
I
about-
remember my college days well.
They
I
just
remember
told
my
about
college-
the Titanic again.
Okay.
I remember my college days too. Slightly different times though.
Flashback to his college days, getting smacked upside the head with a rifle butt by his officer.
Alright.
Yeah, dude. We'll fast forward to bedtime. You guys all get you some sleeps. I believe one of you said you wanted to try to do something.
Yes, I was gonna go try and pray.
Torrent's going to open his window to get some fresh
Asgard.
air.
Nice. Explain
As
to
soon as they
me
leave
how
my
you're
room, I pass out on the bed.
wanting
You're
to
banging on the wall as you open your window.
Oh, fuck. Explain to me how Nikos thinks he would pray or wants to pray. How are you wanting to try to reach this
You
deity?
know, that's a very good question.
Glad you asked it. I'll give you an answer when I'm sober.
I,
Yeah, she just passed
no,
out.
I'll probably
My God,
close my eyes, kneel, and just.
he's drunk texting Asgaroth.
I'm not totally drunk. I did a good save.
Hey, Dragon God!
Yeah, Mr. fucking Asparagus over there just, I think they'll take
Wow.
exception to that one.
Oh, great Lord Asgarath. Ah.
Great Lord Asperger's.
Roll me religion.
Alright.
I don't know shit.
Fuck!
Oh, no.
Nikos is not a religious man.
No. Look, hey, this isn't my god, alright?
You can feel his other gods watching him and he's getting self-conscious. He's
You've
not doing
seen
it right.
Peter
Performance anxiety.
a couple times, and you're like, "Oh, that's how we pray, right? I think. I mean, yeah, I'll try that." And you go through the process. You try to hail him a couple times. You try to beckon him. You try to lay down and go to a half sleep state. You try to zen For a moment, you even try to find a stick of incense and light it. You stare at it for 2 minutes too long and dump it. And you end up going through like this whole little process about 2 hours into the night before you realize I have no idea how to help him.
Right.
If anything, you've
Time for
actually
bed.
like, yeah, it's time for bed. You got no idea how to help this guy. We'll pan on over to the next day. You guys are all able to wake up, stretch, get half clothed, go grab
Wilhelm
your
is
food.
snoring loudly to where people can probably hear him if they pass the door.
I'm sorry, did you
Yeah,
say half
yeah.
clothed? Torin
Hang
gets
on.
fully clothed every morning.
Alright. Well,
Three-piece
Torrance
suit.
casual clothes is his, like, field clothes, too. He has one outfit.
Is that?
By the way, you guys noticed? Wilhelm wasn't wearing his traditional Prussian attire. He was wearing more like casual clothes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it makes the mustache look bigger. Oh no.
You guys are able to wake up, eventually acquire each other, make your way down to the mess hall, sit down, eat some nice brekkie, and then make your way over to the briefing room where you guys are able to sit down, where you basically get a quick recap of the intro and the mission. And to kind of overall encapsulate that, you guys will be flying down past Spain, a quick stop in North Africa, and then bouncing over, bypassing Greece, and landing directly on Rhodes, specifically the northern half. Once you guys come to a landing up there,
Hope
this
they have
is-
a runway and we don't have to land on
Oh,
the
by the
they
way,
road.
do have
sorry,
a
that
runway.
sleight of hand was for how many bagels Torin could make off with.
You steal 2 bagels.
Yes, nice. Okay.
You know
Like
that
2
bagels are
bagels.
Polish?
Are they?
Bagels are Polish? Yeah, they're Polish and they were made to get around anti-Semitic laws about
and
like
bagels.
bread. They literally made these like as a loophole, like they're technically not bread, and so
That
they
makes
got away with
sense.
it. It's fucking stupid the way like
I love it.
it's so dumb.
But the briefing you guys are given is you'll be flown to Rhodes, specifically the northern tip, the actual city of Rhodes itself. Once landing there, you are to go to St. Nicholas's Fortress. It is the northernmost fortress on the northern tip of Rhodes. There, you have the paladins of the Order of St. Nicholas, specifically led by Father Promenov, the chapter master of the Order of Rhodes. He will be your main point of contact and has been the one that has sent out the call for aid from any religiously aligned groups that will aid them. Overall, not too much information has been able to get out. However, it seems the island, very specific points of it, have come under raids. Raids from the sea that have no ships. Allegedly a merfolk or a sea folk of some sort of ancient Greek belonging seem to be leading a handful of raids.
The aids for raids.
One additional side venture that was also put in note is Father Promenov, the chapter master, has requested a endeavor into the research of the Colossus that was lost long ago be relaunched, as he feels it may aid in their current predicament. At this time, you are the only ones who are able to respond. No other military elements are able to be sent to this area, as it is not seen as a pressing military endeavor. In addition, this area is currently run by Italy. That being said, keeping a lower profile, not being quite as loud, but also, there is an addendum to that note. Don't be super loud, keep a lower profile. However, according to the information from Father Promenov, The already minuscule Italian garrison is currently not on island whatsoever, which has only added to their predicament of these raids being more effective. It would seem a majority, if not the entirety, of the island's garrison are finding themselves allegedly in North Africa.
Gee, I wonder why.
Huh. So,
Curious.
with that time being, obviously, constabulary and police, be careful around. You are on Italian territory at the time being. However, this is to be considered a religious mission, not a military mission. As such, you guys have full command authority as to how you handle this, and your overall objective is to aid in the defense of the island, more specifically the fortress up north, and assist in investigating the source of these raids, and if possible, end the raids.
But when it comes to the Colossus of Rhodes, is there a certain harbor that they believe it was lost? I believe the legs
Specifically,
are
the port of Rhodes, the foundation that has been turned into the fortress of St. Nicholas is the same foundation that the Colossus once stood on.
Wunderbar.
However, outside of that, you guys are able to get fully equipped. You guys are able to get to your plane. It is loaded with additional supplies and food. Any special items you guys would like to bring with you? Anything of a specific nature?
So Wilhelm is going to try to be less explosive this time. Because
You're probably not eating any of my fine cooking. You'll be quite flatulent.
Take it easy on the beans. We all like beans, but there's a lot of beans.
I
Yes,
mix baked beans
instead
with
of-
frijoles and refried beans.
Instead of beans, how about
Beans stuffed with beans, topped with a bean gravy.
we need
Oh man!
And then
What? Hang on. What's the
red
world's
bean
largest bean?
pastries for dessert.
we need more cabbage.
Fat Mexican.
No, not bean.
You fucking... Damn you. World's largest
asked.
bean is the fucking... Apparently the green bean.
Oh, I guess it's technically a bean. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not like
What's
big. I was
fucking
gonna say
longest, not
we need
biggest.
to start breeding like fat beans so that we can cut them open and stuff them with other beans.
Sure, bean in.
like chili
Abomination
rellenos, but with
exist.
beans.
You put
a
mashed
turducken.
potato inside your baked potato. What's wrong with you?
That sounds delicious.
But,
Hypervenally.
yeah. Any specific items or kit or things that you guys would like to attempt to acquire for this mission that you feel you may need, or the regular kit of what you have? And are you taking the ZBD with you? Are you taking what
Always
special
We're
item?
taking the ZBD with us.
Can we bring our goat mascot?
The Bren never leaves the plane unless it's being.
We
eaten.
don't need. We're not gonna know we're taking the goat mascot. I'm sure it's coming with us. Well, we
Let's
need
go.
to get
Come,
more
Nate.
gammon bombs and grenades for everyone.
Do you not still have the ones from the previous mission?
I got rid of some of them, and I'm pretty sure I
You
I think I acquired some German stick grenades. So I'm.
we
good.
used many of them.
You did.
Torin has the only gammon bombs.
Oh, shit,
Yeah, are we down to one?
2.
2.
I had like
And
6.
I know I don't have a regular frag anymore because I used my only one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll hand you my frag.
Yeah, I
keep the German stick.
All
grenades.
out my grenades too.
So,
Everyone's just whipping out grenades.
yeah, you guys.
We're all
there's
putting our grenades on the table. Like, all right, everybody, get that.
How many grenades?
We should also. Anyone who needs one should pick up an IFAC.
I still have mine.
I haven't
still
ever
have mine.
used my IFAC.
Does anybody not have one?
I could always pretend I don't and bum another.
I still have 2 from
I
like
have
the beginning.
I have 3 Mark 1
Same.
grenades still. And then for
I mean, getting more than one is nothing but beneficial. The point is to make sure everyone has at least one.
Torin is definitely has no IFAX. Definitely, he's gonna ask for
Yeah.
another.
Like I said, I've got them. You just tell me how much you'll pay me to get them.
We get like a box of IFAX to keep in the plane. Like
You'll
6
have
or
to
8
go
or something.
to procurement
wants
in
to
the
talk to-
armory to see who wants to acquire, but I want to know what the list is of what you guys are going to acquire first.
All right, so a box of IFAX.
Was that 8 in a box?
You'll find
8,
out.
something like that. Hopefully 8, 10.
Alrighty.
Who wants to talk to the requisition officer?
What else do we need?
Send Leroy.
What else do we need besides the IFAX? Extra ammunition, probably. A couple ammo boxes of 45 ACP, 303 British.
The various ammo that you guys need is already kind of assumed to be taken with you, so that whenever you take a long rest, like, the needed ammo will be there. This is more like special items, like grenades, what have you.
My cannon bombs.
Is there any type of anti-tank thing we can take?
Nico's
I would like to try and acquire more gammon bombs, even if we have some already. Having more in stockpile would be good. Same with regular grenades. We may all have some, but we should get more. They are very useful tools.
Tools.
I think some type of ranged anti-tank weapon would be good for us to take if we can procure that.
I do not know if they will let us have an anti-tank gun.
Sounds unlikely.
What about the singular bazooka?
That has not been invented yet.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's a little bit too early.
1936 anti-tank capabilities are kind of restricted to wheels for the time being, except for a handful
big
of
rifles.
You either get that. Actually, would be a good idea. See if you can acquire us. What is it? The boys anti-tank rifle.
Hasn't been made
I don't
yet.
think that exists.
Actually, so
What about the
here,
Lahadi?
so hang on.
That does.
Hang on. So, just rolling off of what you're trying to do here, John, you could try to go for a Bangalore torpedo and then figure out a way to have it shoot out the end.
Oh fuck!
It is 1912. It is for the period.
That would be something we have to invent, and I think that's best left for an off mission.
All right, you know what? The next time we get a long rest, I have the skills. I'm gonna work with Wilhelm.
Tools and the talent.
See if
I'm
you
gonna
can get a
see
side
if
of
we
smoked beef from the kitchen.
And then if we get a working model, I'll go talk to to Peter, and we'll find a blessed armament.
So who of you is gonna go
All right.
down and speak to the?
I looked it up. There are 4 anti-tank rifles available that we might be able to get our hands on. We have the Tank Gewehr.
Yep.
We do not have the Lahadi. That is a 1939 production.
Yep.
We do have the WZ-35 from Poland. And we have the Solothurn S-18.
Oh, good news. The Japanese one's up for sale as well.
Is it?
Yeah, the 97.
No, that started. Oh no, that started production in 39.
Yeah, I mean it's
The
designed
fact of the
at
matter
this
is,
point,
getting
so.
a anti-tank capable weapon is not right now. You have
Ooh.
anti-tank ability with the plane.
Just
I
crash
think
the
our
plane into a
anti-tank is a lot of grenades.
Yeah.
Leroy, I think it is time for you to acquire for us one of these Solothurn things I have read about.
Is Leroy going to speak to the armor?
There's no way he can get one on short notice.
No, not on short notice. This would have to happen next time. If we had thought about this at the beginning of the session, I would have said yes, let's do it. Fuck my blessed rounds. Let's get some anti-tank.
Alright, you gotta talk to the thing. I'm gonna finagle the co-pilot into letting me fly.
I said next time. We don't have time.
Well, I mean, you can always say, hey, can you line up acquiring this for me so we can have it when we get back?
Also, you're gonna be in charge of talking to the requisitions officer with our list of things we need, basically, which is all.
Why am I the spokesperson?
IFAX grenade because you're the merchant.
Because
You're
good at
the
swindling
businessman.
people.
You are
I'm in
you.
business
and
for
we are
myself.
As everybody's getting into the plane and putting all the equipment on it, they kind of shove you to the side, Leroy, to go to the armory to speak to the armor.
Is this because I sold out Nikos for a 2-pound block of silver?
Yeah.
Because you're the charisma build.
That is definitely factoring
That's me
into
yelling
this
into the plane while I'm getting shoved.
Bard doesn't want a bard.
Don't come back with a bunch of grenades.
That is definitely factoring into this, yeah.
After a
if you
little
think
bit,
grenades-
you're able to.
Just
scroll
keep in
your
mind
way
this is
regular-
in.
going to make dinner come a little later because the cook is being forced to people.
After
I
a
got- I
bit,
got-
you're
I
able
have
to
to- I have
scroll your way
to-
to the armory.
Before he
What's
goes, I want to double check the list. So we have box of IFAKs, box of frag grenades, box of gammon bombs. Leroy, now would be the chance for you to get any spices or food or anything like that you want to.
Okay, hang on. Let me write this list down.
Make your shopping list, Leroy.
Box of gammon bombs. And I'm putting this in DMs to Nox. Box of gammon bombs.
I
Box
already
of.
got it written down.
I know, but I gotta write it down too.
Yeah,
Box
exactly.
of IFAKs. Box of. What else?
Frag grenades.
Mark 1.
More gammon bombs.
No, Mark 1 grenades as well as gammon bombs.
No, we need the frag grenades as well as the gammon bombs.
Any grenades
The
they
gammon
have.
bombs are for AT.
It's alright, we can use them for anti personnel.
They're impact grenades. They don't work the same.
Have Nikos plink you off.
We saw what Nikos
No,
did
no,
when he
I-
threw one into a dude's chest.
Did anyone else want anything specific? Anything more on the odd side, but not?
A side of smoked beef.
Add that to the list. Why not? Big box of peanuts for the flight. Sunflower seeds. Anybody else want anything?
Would you like some borscht for dinner, sir?
I have no wants at the moment.
Hachu?
I can't really think of anything else to bring, so
By the way, Nox, is today the third day?
This
Or
would be
today
the third morning, yeah.
Okay. So is it after today?
No, it's today that you guys are
It is
heading
today?
out.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I mean that I can get my gun. Is it tomorrow, technically?
3 long rests. Technically, you can do like
1,
3 long rests
2.
in a day, but
Okay,
you're kind of
this is
sleeping the
this-
entire day.
Okay, I did my third long rest then we should be good.
Yep.
Because the first one was the day of, then I went to Greenwich. Then I went to Oxford, and then I went to Oxford again. And last night I slept, so this would be I'm able to
Yep, you'd be able to recast it. Alrighty. You got your list.
Oh, see if you
Leroy?
can acquire more. Try and do some finagling to acquire more ZBD mags. Because having 2 seems a little low for a machine gun.
Yeah. By the way, are you guys keeping track of that in our party loot? Because I'll take it off my thing. Actually, no, I won't because it's a pain in the ass to take off my thing.
Yeah, I have Bren with 2 mags on my thing.
Yeah, okay.
For the party.
Yeah.
Inventory. Along with all of our poles.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna change my
Oh.
party loot. I'm gonna add stuff to your party loot because I think I have. I do have 1 broken pickaxe because it broke when we were down there. I think that's my hard metal pickaxe. So if you can try to mend it, that'd be great. But I have a
Yeah, I can.
soft metal pickaxe, a sand shovel, and a regular shovel. If you want to add that to the party loot.
Walking around with 3 fucking shovels on your
DM me
back.
those so I can just paste them into my party loot tracker here. I say party loot tracker, it's just in my treasure tab.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Oh shit! I'm opening up that. That's dumb. I'll send you a
So,
message.
Roy, you make your way on down to the armory. I don't think you've actually had any encounters with this armor in specific that the other members have. He looks tired. He looks like a very senior corporal. He's sitting behind the kind of grated metal bars for the little window with the little open slot underneath it. And he's leaning forward on the desk. He's writing over some notes, and he's got what looks like a bunch of what looks like bolts to bolt-action rifles beside him, splayed out like he's counting them. Oh, you're You're with the
Yes, I'm with them.
yeah. What can I do for you?
I have a list of unconditional demands by the rest of the party, and unfortunately, I am the.
Additional demand.
Oh, unconditional. As if they haven't extorted me enough. What it'll be?
They require. God, where did that list go? I'm searching my pockets here. Oh, I guess I found it.
Break the RP, but I'm gonna mend his pickaxe while we're waiting.
Okay, and I pulled out a crumple slip of paper. Looks like I need some anti-tank and anti-personnel weaponry.
All right.
A box of each, preferably.
Judging
What do you got for anti-tank?
Judging by what you asked for previously, he walks back, grabs 2 small crates with wooden ropes on either side of them, sets them down, opens the lid on both of them, does a quick count, closes them, stacks them back up, pushes them through the slot to you. 4 Mark 1 frag grenades and 4 gammon bombs.
I'm assuming that's how many they wanted, so yeah.
That's as much as I can give you right now.
Oh, excellent. Do you have any more machine gun mags?
I'm gonna roll a history check to see if he remembers. You see him kind of lean back a little bit, scratch his head, kind of thinks to himself, gets up after a moment, walks back around the corner. You hear a couple of those metal ammo cans like shifting around. Comes walking back out, and is kind of waving it in his hand, sits it down, slides it to you. I'm assuming that goes to it because it doesn't go to anything else we have. Add 1 ZBD mag to your inventory. Or to the party inventory.
Who's keeping track of that?
That's
Peter. Okay.
Peter's
Well,
DM it to me.
1 more ZBD mag.
1 ZBD mag, and then 1 box apiece of 4 times. Let me RP, you motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Let's see. So that's the armorer done, right?
He sits down, just kind of looks to you. Anything else I need to get you?
No, but I tell you what, you're looking rather long in the tooth at the moment, or long in the face. Is there anything I can do for you? I do a little cooking on the side. I might be able to get you something that'll perk you up.
I would love a transfer.
Oh, I can't make a transfer, unfortunately, but you think about it. If I can get you something that'll wake your taste buds up, maybe it'll wake up the rest of you too.
I felt a little more groggy since that drink I was given by your German friend. I haven't not been more physically tired lately.
Would you like me to procure another one of those from my German friend for you?
No. Just my coffee intake has doubled. It's a problem. I drank it and I felt great for 3 days, and I've just been tired since then.
You change your mind, you know where to find us when we're in country, that is.
Very well. Anything else Wondrous Company needs?
No, I think we're good on that. I do, if you could just let me know how to find the infirmary. I gotta go there next.
Might I ask what for?
Need some medical supply. You are the
Squints a-
armory, so I don't expect you to actually carry what I'm looking for.
He squints a little bit. Like, IFAX or actual medical bandages and stuff?
I don't rightly know. I'm not the medical personnel in the party. Yeah, I show him this slip of paper that's all crumpled and kind of.
He leans back a little bit,
muddy
looks
writing.
over his shoulder, and kind of points a lazy thumb over towards a rather large pallet stack of what looks like a bunch of wooden crates with medical crosses on them.
I mean, if you got them.
That's why I'm here. Any of the 3 teams go out on a mission, I equip them with a little bit extra.
So the guys in the party tend to get a little sanguine, if you know what I mean. Any chance I could get an extra box?
Grabs one crate, walks over, sets it down, opens it, closes the latch on it, scoots it to you. There's 10. Do you need... You do need more?
No, I think 10 would be a good amount. That's 2 per person, I think.
I can get
There's
another
5?
crate, but I won't lie. I need a little more motivation to do the work to make another crate disappear.
Yeah, I'm not sucking your dick, sir, if that's what you're asking.
No. You got $5?
You know, I can make that happen. I slide 5 British pound across the table, whatever it is.
He'll take that, pocket it, walk over, and you see him very vigorously using a can opener shave off 3 of the numbers off 2 of the boxes. Grabs one of them, walks over, sets it down, slides it to you. Alright. 20 IFAX, 4 gammon bombs, 4 frag grenades, a ZBD mag that we thought we lost. Anything else?
The only other thing I got on this list is something I'm sure you don't have, which is cooking supplies. Dry meats, salted meats, spices, etc.
I have some ration cans.
You know what? They would love some ration cans. Let me get some ration cans.
Alright. Gets back up again, groans a bit, walks over. You see him walk back, and it's not in a crate or like a box. He just has... excuse me. 4, what looks like 4 Spam cans. But completely silver and like kind of dim on the outside, but look and operate just like a Spam can. Sits the 4 of them down, and scoots them across.
Got any hardtack?
Hardtack? Why would you want hardtack?
Biscuit, whatever you want to call it. Got any biscuit?
I wouldn't have hardtack here, but we did get a crate of those in, and I don't know what to do with them. Nobody wants them, and nobody signed for them, so...
I'll take them.
Try them out, tell me how it is. I'm told it's beef.
Yeah, well, if it ain't beef, we'll know.
I'm hoping you'll tell me before I issue this to anybody else. Give me a perception roll really quick.
Oh no. Hey, I am rolling good
Take
tonight.
your 4 crates of 2 IFAX gamma bombs, frags, a ZBD mag on top, and 4 spam cans on top of that. Your little tower as you start to walk off with it.
Do you need a strength check?
Yeah, one of those cans are about eye height with you, and you can't help but read beef is spelled B-E-E-P-H in a hard black stamp on the outside of the silver can.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now. Oh, Lord.
It's beef.
Awesome. It is. It's Vegemite for all we know.
Oh no, I created withdrawal? Yeah, well, you did create withdrawal.
Alright, so it's 4 times frags, 4 times gamma bombs, and how much was in the IFAX?
You got 20 IFAX, 4 gamma bombs, 4 frags, and a ZBD mag.
Don't say I never did anything for you.
And 4 cans of beef with a PH.
Torin has claimed the co-pilot seat and is running the pilot through his pre-flight checklist, which is new.
Ooh. New pre-flight checklist? Alright.
Well, new to the world. I mean, they've only been around for like a year.
True.
You said how many cans of beef?
4 cans of beef. I smell like beef.
Alright. That's all in. While Torin's up there doing the co-pilot's job, I'll offer the co-pilot a drink in the back.
Co-pilot will happily take a drink and kind of sits back and is just kind of listening in. He's in where normally you'd probably have like the communication officer's seat, but it's just casual seating. He'll sit back and
pay attention. They crashed a B-17 for this list.
I'm listening. Go through the checklist. What was the next step?
I don't know the next step, so just
Yeah.
he says the next
He
step.
kind of does that. You guys go through the steps, checking everything. Torn's kind of leaning forward a little more, you're enjoying getting to do the pre-flight. As the first engine spools on, the second, little bang with the third and the fourth. Kind of sits back, looks to you, gives a nod for you to take the controls. Alright, I'll assist you in the takeoff, and then it's all yours.
It's TPK time, guys. Fly into the fucking clock tower or something.
As we begin our takeoff, Torin, roll me 2 sleight of hand.
You're gonna make me roll? You're gonna
Yes.
You know, with my sleight of hand, I should be better than the pilot statistically.
He's a good pilot.
Bro had to go and say it.
Oh, good.
Could be
As
worse.
you start to lurch forward, you guys start to go towards this somewhat shorter runway. He's kind of feathering the other controls a little bit, working with you. He's mostly running the throttle while you're doing the actual steering. You know what I mean? Throttle.
The throttle.
I've been drinking.
It's a short runway. It's a short runway all the way. No, don't.
So we have an impaired DM.
Nope. If you floor it, it's going to Nope. Just gently pull back. Pull back. And you start to pull back on it while he's kind of assisting you. And he'll reach over, take your hand, and put it over the 2 right throttle levers. And he takes the 2 left ones. Alright, and yeah, I'll start deploying. As you guys start to press it down, and you get about a 20-foot gap over the rooftop of the building that you guys have always had to take over before. As you guys go flying up over it, and roll me another sleight of hand.
50.
Everyone in the back, you're leaning back and pressed to your seat just a little bit more as the plane is... It's not quite doing this sort of gradual drop and then slow, rounded climb upwards that it usually does. It's doing a little bit more of a nose up, tail down, drift forwards before starting to just rocket up at a much sharper angle of climb than usual.
See, this thing's got horsepower for days.
Well, that is the case. You gotta remember, we have crew in the back. Sorry, lads.
Nose up, tail down. Please don't plummet us to the ground.
Look, airspeed is fine.
Airspeed is fine. We're looking good. Controls are good. Very well. Maintain climb. Thankfully, we don't have too much extra weight on us.
It's fucking 30-degree angle. Everyone's like awkwardly back in their chair.
Everyone's like, what the fuck? Yeah, you push the plane to its somewhat vertical limitations. Not fully, but you definitely feather your way up at a sharper than usual takeoff. As you guys get up to altitude, you start to see out the windows, things are disappearing. Eventually you get short of cloud level, slowly start rounding it, leveling off, disappear in the clouds for a while, slowly elevate up above the clouds as you guys come to a nice gradual slow pace, and he'll take over and release full controls to himself as he'll sit back. Gives you a little nod. That wasn't terrible.
Yes, I know.
Well, unless you'd like to keep flying up here, I got it from here.
Enjoy the clouds.
Will do.
It's just so like silently mean. Yeah, Torn's gonna go back and join the rest of the party.
Alright. Kind of looks over as you walk past. The co-pilot gets up. He didn't give you too much shit, did he?
No, son. I mean, he really should use more power on takeoff. You see how close he came to that building there? It thing's feathering in. It's an airplane.
Yes, but it's also kind of a one of a kind, and we've although between you and me, we've kind of been signed for the caretaking of this plane, so he's gentler with it. Any damage that it takes, it kind of reflects on us.
Hey, let me tell you something. These machines, these babies, they like being let out open, okay? You pussyfoot them too much, eventually everything gets clogged up. You change the spark plugs.
It's not, from me to you, it's not the flying. It's what happens outside the plane, what occasionally gets ripped through the side of the plane that was originally inside it without our notice. That makes him a little more irritable.
Oh, the gun!
In Palermo, the shield
What?
that flew through the side that we had to repair.
Nikos!
No,
What?
don't make a fuss of it. He just
Nikos is just right there, like 2 feet away.
no need to make a fuss. But he's sentimental with his planes. Are you going to get up here? 1 minute. He's sentimental with the planes. Try not to damage them too much. That's all. And he gets up and walks in, closes the little door behind him, starts putting on his headset.
Just sitting there drinking his coffee and just clang.
What was up with that takeoff? That was very steep.
Not enough initial throttle. Pilot was scared.
I don't understand why. He's done it plenty of times before that.
Me neither. Maybe he's just having a bad day anyway. So what's going on back here?
Well, now that we've leveled up, I can actually stand up and stretch.
That's good.
So, what did anybody find out about Rhodes? Anything?
Torin, I'm gonna DM you some information. Feel free to read on over.
Me and Peter over here, we're a little occupied about figuring out about demons no one's ever heard of before.
Oh, it's funny. In my readings the previous evening, actually, the Colossus that was mentioned, apparently it was lost and disassembled when the Arabs invaded, and apparently then the Jews sold it somewhere in current-day French Syria, and no one knows what happened to it after that. That's the story, at least.
Probably got turned into coins.
No, I hope not.
Wasn't it made out of stone, or was it made out of?
Oh, it was made out of bronze.
You don't use bronze for coins, do you?
Some people do.
Especially if they're old imperialistic countries.
Peter, do you want to shove him out of the plane, or you want me to?
I said, if we want to get specific about dates, the Colossus is about 654 AD. That's about right. I think. I'm pretty sure, yeah. But yeah, lost to Syrian Jews, and then really lost because.
Well, if it wasn't lost, it would probably still be standing. Or returned.
Yes. Yes, it would.
You really think the Turks would have rebuilt it?
No.
No, but I heard that Istanbul was Constantinople. Now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. So if you're waiting for a girl in Constantinople, she'll be sitting in Istanbul.
Wilhelm, your next roll is at disadvantage.
I was gonna say, who's getting pushed out of the plane now?
The best chance is just somewhere in the current day state of Aleppo. But that's obviously not.
What's Aleppo?
Nothing. What's Aleppo?
It's a hippo, but in Turkey it's called Aleppo.
Why can I
You also
picture the
give
most
him disadvantage.
noodle-headed peek around the corner? What's Aleppo?
Oh yeah, right.
Couldn't help myself.
What's the motto? Nothing. What's the motto with you? I can see what's happening. And they don't have a clue.
You meet him later.
What? Oh god.
You guys got a good long flight ahead of you. Unless there's anything you guys would like to discuss, we can do a little bit of a fast-forward montage to the arrival.
We're gonna do a montage! Montage!
Montage!
Where's that Indiana Jones traveling music?
That's one that I can't use, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You could use the one from Quickly Down Under.
Actually, yeah, I could use that.
Didn't the Rescue Rangers Down Under have like a traveling
Rescue
song?
Rangers and Rescuers Down Under are two entirely different series, my man.
Oh, sorry. Rescuers Down
The
Under.
Rescue
sorry.
Rangers Down Under.
That one's way
You
too
watched
western, but
Disney
it
as
is
a
fun.
child.
I know. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. It's been a long week.
Nah, that one's way too victorious for the party.
I was gonna say, the Quickly Down Under main theme kinda works. It's very chill, very mellow.
It's a bit western, yeah. Well, no, it opens up, but it's really
Yeah.
Play the DuckTales theme song.
DuckTales, woohoo! Okay,
It's got the same font as Indiana Jones, so I mean, hey, it works.
as you guys
Tailspin?
take a nice long trip around. Tailspin's a later arc.
Oh,
You guys take a nice long flight around, passing over Greece, circumventing around the bottom of Spain, passing over North Africa for a little bit. As you come in for a nice southern approach to the north of Rhodes.
Who's
you can
dramatically
see
dragging their finger across the map?
You guys make a nice casual flight inwards as the plane starts to descend a little bit. One of them will call back to you guys. Alright, we seem to be approaching Rhodes. Everybody may wish to take a seat.
Oh shit.
Obviously we're not exactly in our airspace anymore. And you'll close the door back behind them as you feel the plane pitch just a little bit, start to descend a bit more. You're able to look out. Yeah, it's definitely Mediterranean Ocean. Out ahead of you is what seems to be a lot of Turkey. Literally and physically, you got the Greek Isles away off in the distance.
Is there any ham out there?
No ham, unfortunately. They don't do ham here.
What a hawk.
Oh. As you guys start to make your way in, the plane does a nice circular orbit around the southern half of Rhodes. They seem to be following
Should do
predetermined
ham.
paths that they're given. Circle around
They
the
should
east
do
side.
ham. They should do ham. Rhodes is ethnically Greek.
Yes. There's a lot of
The Greeks
Arabs.
farm pigs.
They do.
Not really.
Not too many. A recognizable enough amount.
This is his universe. Let him do it.
No, there was actually a lot of Turks and Rhodes around the 20s to 40s. As you guys round your way about, you enter in from the north as you pass over, and you can see clearly the very old foundation of where two very obvious large statue feet used to be, and has since then kind of rotted and been painted over and has been turned into a fortress, almost like a sort of miniature star fort since then. You can see the Italian flag flying over the town nearby. You can see the Italian flag flying in a few other corners and bits. But you do see, however, what looks like a large sort of Orthodox style banner, almost like a tapestry flying over the top side corner of the fortress itself. And as you guys round about, you see the airstrip down below as the plane flies over it, circles around, and I would like everyone to give me a perception roll.
Perception.
Perception.
There's the bad roll.
Torin, Hachu, Nikos, and Wilhelm. I'm assuming because all of you are on the left. Peter and Leroy, you guys are sitting on the right, so you don't see it. That'll be my excuse. Leroy, especially, you're focused on something else. You guys are all sitting on the left as you kind of peek out the windows a little bit, and you see what looks like a.
Sorry. Wilhelm needs to roll again. He has disadvantage.
Oh yeah, roll again, Wilhelm.
You gotta make sure.
Gotta make sure.
At least I'm not the only one throwing
Oh,
dang. There you go. You're looking out for him. It's nice of you. Yeah, all four of you on the left side, you kind of see it at the same time. The plane overshoots the runway a little bit and seems to be doing sort of a kind of orbiting circle, tilting to the left, looking down at what looks like a building just outside the fort. A little bit separated from the rest of the town, has a lot of smoke coming up from it. And all of you except for Wilhelm, at least the three of you that do notice the smoke in the burning building, it's nearby the coastline, and there's a very odd sort of thumb where the water goes in a lot further and stops just a little bit short of that burning building. Almost like there's what looks like it was maybe the start of a river or something that just very sharply stops. And it kind of gains your attention a little bit as you guys are looking at this. This burning building just outside the fort, a little detached from the town, and there's a peculiar sort of thumb breaking through the coastline and reaching just short of that burning building. Let me check.
That building is on fire.
Is that normal or is it
What building is on fire?
But that building down that needs smoke is on. It's on.
They did say they were getting raided, so that might be another raid.
Maybe the pilot should take another look. Perhaps we can provide some air support. If the pilots are up for it.
The little door in the front slides open. Hey, you all back there see the same thing we're looking at?
Yeah, shit on
Yep.
fire.
Yeah, that close to the fort. That's looking a little peculiar. Would you like us to take a closer pass by?
That sounds like
Yeah.
a good idea.
Gotcha, will do.
Do we even have enough fuel to land anywhere else?
Oh yeah. Well, not far away now.
Let's land in Ankara.
He starts to bank around a little bit and does kind of orbiting, like, screw motion downwards. And you guys will pass directly over the coast as the plane lifts a little bit to the left, and you're able to look down at it. I would like investigation rolls from those of you who are trying to observe.
I don't see shit.
Investigation. I don't either.
damn?
Ooh.
Snake eyes over here.
Hachu, Nikos, and Wilhelm, you guys do spot a, what looks like 3 smaller buildings. It's almost like a little farming compound of sorts, maybe old stables with a house connected to it perhaps, and little bitty farmhouses outside it. Half of them look like they've been absolutely just blown open, almost like there was small explosions inside them that scattered the bits, not very far, but in all directions. The main one that's on fire, though, is just billowing smoke. Hachu, you can tell that is definitely a livestock sort of smoke, a hay and feed. Assumedly you've seen probably a couple barns go up before.
I've slept in a couple.
Slept in a couple even. That barn, or what would be a barn, is definitely full of burning feed and hay, and possibly other stuff as you're able to focus on it. However, Hachu, you do see what looks like 2 or 3 persons being, for lack of better words, kind of pursued, is the best way to put it, because it only lasts a couple moments as the 3 of them running across the open. 2 of them rapidly drop from the distance that you guys can see as your eyes focus more. You can see what looks like javelins hitting both of them in the back as they drop down to the ground. The third one stumbles over themselves, tries to get back up. And Hachu, you specifically see what looks like 2 kind of Greek hoplites. Large shields, spears in hand, very obvious sort of what looks like maybe feather hawks on top of their helmets, but they look really, really thin. Like, unreasonably thin. As they go charging forward and catch up to that person and seem to spear them a couple times before ripping the spears out, looking to each other and starting to quickly walk back towards that burning building.
Time to get set for another combat drop.
Well, any reason why Greek, I don't know what, like soldiers with spears would be chasing down 3 unarmed people across a field and killing them?
We knew they were getting raided by something. Those are probably the raiders down there.
You know what he said?
The pilots, give the guys with the shields a strafe.
Alright, stand by.
Hold on to something.
Are you giving us weapons free then?
Go ahead.
Very well. Hold tight. The plane will bank around, comes around for another nice pass, and we'll do a nice steep dive and kind of a rounded pass. As it first starts to dive, you guys hear a loud, sundering thump, 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 thump as about 20 rounds get let off. As the plane pulls up and does kind of like an A-10 maneuver where they bank to the side to try to get eyes on their pass. You guys are able to look out, and you can see where there are now 2 persons that seem to be in about 5 to 6 pieces each, with the shields laying on the ground and the spears tossed off to the side, and multiple impact marks where large caliber rounds seem to have hit the dirt.
So much as staying quiet.
Well, since we're letting ourselves be known, how fast do you think we can get you down there? Perhaps, do we want to go Antarctica, or would you like to make your way through the town and get there?
We have parachutes.
We could just jump out of a perfectly good airplane without parachutes.
I thought you all used magic last time.
Alright, everybody get in the circle again. Let's try this once more.
There's also
Alright.
last time, and this time it looks like we have more of hard ground underneath us.
I'll bring it to a nice slow passover. If y'all are sharing the magic, we can do this.
Are you Jewish?
Oh, here we go. Oh, again, I'm jumping out of a plane again.
Right. Give me confirmation. Am I landing at the airfield, or are we dropping you off shortly now that we've unleashed rounds?
You're landing at the
Italian
airfield.
airspace?
We're jumping out.
We're jumping.
We're not landing in
We're
this.
jumping.
We are jumping, and Peter, do you have featherfall prepared?
I do not have anything of the sort.
Oh.
Oh, I do. So.
Oh, there we go. Well, I can cast it together.
Up to 5 of y'all.
Well, I guess I'll do it on myself.
Well, you guys have a bigger door to do it this time. I guess, wait, didn't you used to fly the, gliders? I flew the experimental one. Give it a try. Red light, everybody hook up, I suppose.
Are we bringing the Bren with us?
I'll do it.
Is anyone going to use it?
If you
I'll
want,
use
I
it.
can bring the Bren.
I'll use it.
You'll use it?
Oh, I'll
You want
use
me to carry it while we fly down?
No, I like holding it.
Okay.
What is
That's
your
his,
guys'
Support Bren.
what is
It's
your
his safety blanket.
safety blanket? What is your guys' jump order?
I will go either second or fifth.
I'll go first. I don't want to watch someone else do it.
All right. Torin, Wilhelm,
Hold on, last.
Peter will jump
I'll go
last.
third.
Nikos will jump third.
Guess I'll go fourth.
Going fourth. Leroy, I guess, voluntold you're going fifth. And
Yep.
Peter's going sixth. Alright. Plane.
Hachu.
How large is the mag on the Bren again?
Hachu, you get those three, I get these three.
Should be a
All right.
20 round magazine, if I'm not mistaken.
So, I will be casting Featherfall on myself, Nikos, and Torin. Hachu will be casting it on Leroy himself and Peter.
Torin is desperately stuffing Bren mags into his pockets. Like,
We only have three. You don't. How many pockets?
Yeah, but even 3 can be 2.
Yeah. I'm gonna say like.
You know, maybe we should get some web gear.
nah, his breath, like fucking like hand pockets on his vest are just sprouting Bren mags.
Oh my god. There's all the Bren mags everywhere. Give me one moment to fix the map here.
I'm good. I've got the gun. I've got the mag. We're jumping out of a plane.
Lester, what are you doing?
Alright. So Torin, Wilhelm, Nikos, Hachu, Leroy, then Peter. The plane banks around and starts to fly his way in. Alright lads, we'll bring it nice and slow. On my mark, you'll jump out. Make sure you're all out fast.
No, yeah.
Torin, you step up to the door. I would like you to make me a strength check to open the door.
Oh yeah, right. 17.
You grab it, and with the assistance of the wind, the door is able to open up and slide to the side with a nice loud clank as you're able to put your hands in the door sill and kind of look out at the ground passing by close below.
Oh, that's the ground. That's the ground. That's the ground.
Green light! Green light!
Alright. Reminder, there's no snow this time.
Each of you make me a sleight of hand.
Nice.
Always him. It's always him.
It's because he's a fat priest.
And it's not me.
First one out the door, Torin, a little clumsy, you stub your toe just a bit, but it doesn't matter as you fall out and you start rotating forward, kind of in a slow rolling motion. Wilhelm,
So unnatural.
Wilhelm, you practically were made for the airborne. You step right out, cross your arms over your chest, twist your legs for half a moment as you just start falling your way out, and then open your legs and go to a very gentle belly fall downwards. Nikos. Yeah, Nikos, you're majestic, you're Iron Man, shield first, hand to your side, just Iron Man, like, fist diving
Captain
towards
America?
the ground, or Captain
he-
America.
He doesn't even use Featherfall. He just lands like a fucking helldiver.
Yeah, you're,
Superhero landing! Superhero landing!
you're just falling in
Captain
with your
Hella.
shield pointed forward, you're ready to land and just do a fucking, like, superhero landing. You're perfectly good. Arguably, you don't even need the feather fall, but you're gonna use it anyway. Hachu, you've, It's good. You don't smack against the side of the plane because you manage to coil your back half up a little more and kind of move out as a blob rather than as a noodle. Once you're out, though, you start to fan yourself out and circle around. You're able to kind of grab your side and use it like a weird corkscrew, slow rotation downwards. Leroy,
Hachicopter.
Hachicopter. Leroy, hand on top of your hat, step out, very dignified, but your head starts to go first, and you're kind of doing the same torn motion as you're kind of teetering forward a little bit more face first than you would probably like. Peter, you go to step out, your fist hits the corner of the door, you trip, your boot catches the side, your lace snags for a moment, you fall out, and you're in a full, like, 360 tumble, a bit perturbed. Who is casting Featherfall?
I thought there you
I assumed they already did that before we jumped.
No, I'm gonna cast it in the air on.
Is this gonna be like the music video where nobody can fucking hear you cast?
Torin, Nico, and myself.
Pretty much. Alright. As you cast it, everybody slowly starts to float your way down. Peter, you're not handling twisting head over ass as you're spiraling downwards. Or rotating downwards, I should say.
Just for clarification, I did cast it. Just.
Oh yeah, I got you.
I can only imagine Peter's beard has blown up into his face now.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just
His beard's in his
tumbling
face, his coat is
and
out.
just completely unstable. Somehow I'm tumbling as if I'm falling at like normal fall speed, despite the fact we're falling at 2 feet a minute.
You're like twirling in circles, like
You're inside the wind tube when you lose control, but you're just like slowly, gracefully falling. Just, Make me a con save, actually.
I already did.
Oh.
4. Nice.
Oh, I already
Yeah.
had a plan for self-narration when I hit the ground, so.
Alrighty. Yeah, we'll place you over here then. As you guys make your way down, you aim for the courtyard. You start to see Peter slowly grow further and further away from your group. As you guys approach down, everybody lands nicely. Hachu, you kind of coil like ice cream getting dispensed. Land real gently. Leroy, you land on your heel, step forward, kind of bring your heels together. Superhero landing from Nikos, it's a piece of cake. Peter, Wilhelm, you have a little more of a traditional airborne landing, but you don't fall on your ass. And, Torin, you land, slide on your tail a bit, dig your claws in, and come to a standing halt as I will traverse you guys over to our new map. You will find yourselves where you have landed in this courtyard.
Oh, corpses.
Oh, hey, there's dead bodies here.
Of course. there's
Where
dead
am I?
bodies here.
Oh, there I am. Okay.
Yeah, I hit the ground, just kind of like lay there for a minute, get kind of up on my hands and knees, and just throw up.
Oh. Peter's on his knees. He's not doing great. As the five of you get to yourselves, you raise your weapons, you get ready. I would like investigation from the five of you.
The grid isn't lined up with the actual grid.
I know, I'm sorry. Ignore the
Oh, I
dark
hate it
grid.
when that happens.
Use the regular grid. Use the gritty. The five of you look outwards all at once. You are in the middle of what seems to be a pretty substantially destroyed little hamlet, and I will illuminate where you can see into some of the rooms and buildings. You can see the doorways are blown out. You can see the hallways are left relatively open. There is a lot of refuse and, unfortunately, what seems to be a couple bodies scattered about here.
What's do I see what's behind me? Is that just like a gate or?
That's just a hole in the wall. Let me reveal it for you. Yoink.
Cool.
Just a little hole in the wall that seems like it was breached inwards.
Alright, first thing I'm gonna do is cast my, or take out my tools and use an action to create um, my little buddy.
Alright.
And I'm gonna do him as a flamethrower today, I think.
Gotcha. You start assembling that and tinkering the magical pieces together, and you hear a couple clicks and cogwork mechanization noises, and eventually little legs sprawl out and it stands up.
And yeah, I figure this place is already on fire, so like, whatever.
The two of you walking down south, what are you two looking up to?
I'm just looking at everything at the moment, nothing in particular.
Alrighty. Leroy?
I'm inspecting a can of beef.
It is a Spam can of solid silver with the black letters beef with a PH stamped into it.
I'm trying to figure out if I can cook this or if I should just serve it to the group as is.
Hachu, what are you doing?
I'm going to cast mage armor on myself just for cautionary purposes.
You got your scale mail on underneath your suit. You put a hand to your chest, and sort of magical wrap and kind of venomous armor wraps around you and then disappears and goes ethereal. And Torin, what are you moving towards?
He's not letting that food go to waste. Just sitting there.
You're gonna walk in there and check out the food?
Yeah, they interrupted a feast. There's like bread rolls and like freaking like food and stuff all over the place.
Roll me investigation.
Open the door, I just go in behind him with a handgun out.
You go all tactical or just walk in with a handgun?
You just walk
Tactical snake just spinning.
You're on guard, and Torn is like machine gun shouldered, grabbing bread rolls.
You walk over, you grab a couple of the bread rolls. They're very fresh, but it looks like there's a fair bit of blood spray and what seems to be two bodies on the opposite side of the table. It seems like whatever hit this place came in through the windows on the opposite side and also breaching through the doors that you came in through. And it looks like the people that made it outside managed to escape from this room.
I didn't know what was coming,
he says as he stuffs a bread roll into his mouth. One of the ones without the blood on it, he picked around that one.
Yeah, toss me one of those rolls.
Okay, 8. There you go. It's not quite.
These are doors right here,
yep,
right?
Those are doors.
All right.
It's not exactly majestic. As you'll toss him one of the rolls, it kind of fumbles in his hand a little bit.
I just pick it. I just grab it.
Oh, jeez.
As you guys are grabbing food and kind of looking over where the main ambush seems to have happened, Nikos, you step through the other door. And, looks like it was kind of a workshop that has, not fared very well. A lot of stuff is tossed around. There's bits of blood on the ground. There's a definite sign of a very bad struggle. And you can see the end of what seems to be kind of like a rounded garden towards the back of the room. As you're assembling the cannon, Nikos, you're walking through to look at that. Leroy, you're checking out the beef can. The two of you checking out the food. And Peter, you're starting to get up from your knee and kind of wipe your chin a little bit. I would like all of you to roll me initiative, please.
Torin senses something in the air while drinking the rest of someone's glasses of wine.
Oh,
God.
And I'm still
You
wearing
mean
that same
skin of
skull.
wine, box of wine.
box wine.
No, this isn't a glass. It was just sitting there.
All right. Hi. Yeah, I got above the fucking single digit for once.
Oh, there goes the bad roll.
Look, he's a nervous
At least
eater,
on my list.
okay? There's a bunch of food there. They're not gonna eat it. That bread's fresh. It's gonna go bad.
You can see where there's a lot of puddles and spills of blood as your guys' initiative. You kind of raise your weapons and realize something is a little odd. Something doesn't quite seem right. Growing out of what seems to be darker recesses in the corners, or specifically from these various puddles of blood, rises out what looks like a sort of skeletal seaweed and like kind of barnacle corrupted hoplite, essentially a skeletal sort of seafaring hoplite.
Do I think lunch is over?
Yeah. There's point the handgun at one of them.
As top of the turn order, Nikos, you get to go first.
Ooh, fun. All right. Well,
I'm taking my stance.
Gotcha.
Well, I don't get any out here.
well, start stabbing at the first one.
Alright,
Right, you
approach
stabbed
that
him.
guy, give him a stab. That successfully hits. He tries to put his shield up, and your spear literally rips right through the somewhat brittle shield. 5 piercing.
And-
Very well.
Jesus.
That hits. Give me damage.
Nikos is
10.
Mr. Giga Chad today.
Locked in. These people are copying my style. Can't have that.
As the shield drops because the first spear thrust ripped through it, the second one goes straight through the sternum, and this kind of skeletal, water-like abomination just collapses and falls to the ground. Old rusted sword and barnacle-covered shield just collapses. What else you got, Nikos?
Then I'm just on. Actually, let's see. That's 5, that's 20. Ah, perfect. I still move, and I'll move right up on him and then just get in his face. And that's all.
Alrighty. Hachu! Damn, you guys rolled really good this one.
Yeah, I know, right?
Don't put me in that pile. I'm not in that.
Just
thing.
imagine Nikos flexing at this guy, like rolling his shoulders, like.
What you got, Hachu?
Wait, Trocleus.
Oh,
Well, this
You
first
think
one,
you is, but you ain't.
What are you doing? I'm warming up my rotator
first
cuff.
one right there. Can I
Alright.
use? Can I take the offhand first?
you can.
All right, I'm gonna shoot him with the with my high power as the offhand.
Gotcha.
Oh, I forgot you got one of those.
First time using the high power.
I'll just do that. Oh shit.
It hits. Give me damage.
Oh. 2. And you know what? It is exactly enough. It works. For using Toll Undead, now I get to
Raise your
do
pistol
2
up, not
D12s on him.
fully aiming. You just put a little pop, single shot into his armor.
And now I get to use Toll of the Dead on him.
Ooh.
Hit him with.
And so now I get to use D12s on him instead of D8s.
Ooh.
Let's see, I'm thinking ahead on this one.
Hey, Hachi's being a
Damn.
wizard with guns. He's using his
Tactical
gunmancy.
wizard. So I just cast. Yeah, I think I just one. Yeah, I don't think I. Yeah, I just do 2D. I have to succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. Then.
Well, he definitely failed.
Okay, nice to know. Alright, I believe it is. Oh, last time I checked, I'm not level 11 yet, so.
Not yet.
Or D12, Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
Taking
Damn.
a round and looking a little surprised, the jaw with like seaweed kind of keeping it on kind of rattles a bit as he gets ready to like want to strike at you before a large necromantic bell just dings and the entire body quakes and shatters to the ground. What else you got, Hachi?
It's like, I don't even say anything. I just look at him, shoot him once, and he just crumples.
As as the bullet hits him, it goes.
It's the Taco Bell bong.
I was thinking the exact thing.
We need that as an audio bite.
I'll get that.
Oh, I get next to Torin so he can do the peck mentality for it.
Alright. Peter, you're outside the compound, but you hear a gunshot and a bell toll. And you hear some clattering inside.
Yeah, Torin's initiative.
I was conscious enough to see Nikos come in through here, so I'm gonna use my dash to shamble over here.
Alright. You're dashing on over the door, and you come up behind Nikos, who there seems to be bones and blood laying on the ground as he's squaring off with what looks like another kind of seaweed wrapped hoplite. What do, Peter? Give him a good old smooch.
Too far away for that. I was thinking to just fucking stab him with my sword, but he's too far away. He's just out of reach for that. Come on.
You also dash so you don't have your action.
Yeah, I do have a bonus action though, with which I can take a shot.
Alright, make an offhand shot at him.
Yeah.
You do a quick, like, 100-meter dash, come to a stop in the doorway, put your shoulder against it, and just try to take a shot.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a shot with the Thompson.
Alright. Give him the good old new Thompson. Yeah, that hits. Fire a nice 6-round burst. See what damage.
What's
you
4?
do.
Is it 6 or 4?
It's
I thought it was 4.
Yep, it's 6
Okay.
round burst. Yeah, you riddle this guy up the back as he kind of shambles a little bit, looking between the two of you now.
Torin's initiative was so bad because he had the fucking machine gun shouldered and he was guzzling wine.
I'd give you a one-liner, but frankly, I'm still woozy from the fall.
You feeling all right? You look a bit peaky.
I'm just green. My face is the same color as my coat.
You still got puke on your beard.
Oh. Let's see, where is this guy? He is right here. He's gonna shamble over, step up over the table, drop down, is gonna run up on you, Hachu, and take a swing at you.
I'm surrounded.
Does a 13 hit?
Not anymore, actually.
Hey!
With the mage armor, it's 13 plus 1. What's plus dexterity, but
What a
dexterity's
lad.
plus 1.
He swings at you and it hits you in the side, but the sword just bounces off. His magical energy kind of repels it. And he kind of steps back for a half second, raises the sword, swings again at you. Yeah. No, that's an 11.
That doesn't hit either.
Hits your backside again and just kind of bounces off from the magical energy around you. Let's see, this guy gonna run over, shamble over a chair, and try to take a nice stab downwards on you, Torin. Does an 11 hit?
No, let me roll a d20. A 19.
That surpasses his AC.
Well, no, I just have to roll higher than his roll.
Oh.
With
Yeah.
the I have to
Yeah, it's
remember-
higher. I don't.
I have to back.
How
I
does
know this is in here. Give me
done
1 second.
do? Yeah. This is a really cool feat I remember us getting.
He started with this actually.
Oh.
You can use a 1d8 plus int modifier as broken damage.
Yep.
Alright, a 6 plus the intelligence modifier, which is 4, so 10 damage to this guy. And I imagine this as him recoiling, flinching, and then shattering his wine glass like over this guy's head.
Alright. He swings at you and tries to stab you. You step back, take the glass, smash it over the helmet, and it seems the damage to John kind of collapse the neck a little bit as it staggers somewhat in place, kind of making this sort of wet bone clattering sound as it raises its sword up again and tries to bring it down on you. Ooh, nat 20.
Ooh, I made him mad.
That's a nat 20. Uh-oh. Let me pull up my notes here and let me double check and make sure I'm getting the information correctly.
Did you try to block with the now broken bottle?
It is only a d6. Okay, cool. So let's double this d6. You take 8 points of slashing damage as it slices down onto you again. And catches you very roughly across the chest, because these are not sharp swords. They're very jagged and rusted. And he will hold his position. This
I
guy,
hope you're up to date on your tetanus shot.
popping out of the blood, is going to rattle on over. Running over to you, Leroy, as you're holding your can behind you. And he's going to try to swing on you twice. That misses. That, okay, fine, fuck me. 6 and 8. He swings at you twice, and you manage to just kind of sidestep, evade it, take a step forward as you turn around, realizing a skeleton's coming at you.
Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to. Oh shit.
I like to imagine he sidestepped while still looking at the beef.
That's what I'm-
And like,
Beef. What is this beef? Whoosh.
Why would they spell it that way?
Why does it smell like that? Whoosh. This guy runs over, gets up on top of the table, and is gonna try to swing on you, Torn. That's a miss. He's gonna swing again wide. That's also a miss.
How much of a miss?
Quite a miss. That was a 4 and a 7.
Which one do you want me to roll against?
Whichever you want to. The first one was a 4, so if you want to
I'm
roll
rolling
against the
against
first,
that fucking 4.
go for it.
I want you to. So I'm gonna give you some money to re-roll that 7 into a critical strike on Torn.
I'm gonna give luck to the bad guy.
So I do not get a retaliatory strike against that 4, which is a big bummer.
Yeah, he jumps up, comes to a squat, and tries to swing side to side over you, but because he overjudges it, you just kind of half duck and dodge both of them.
Are you throwing the half-eaten bread roll at him and it just kind of bounces off him?
No, that's in his mouth.
That's what I mean, the half-eaten one. Like, that's all you can think to do is just kind of, like, spit it at him.
Yeah, like,
This guy in between Nikos and Peter that just got riddled kind of clatters his jaw and clamps it really tightly as he looks at you, and he's going to try to swing his sword on you twice, Nikos. That is a 16?
nope.
And a 3.
No, believe it or not.
Yeah, you just kind of ping, ping, block it both times with your shield like it's nothing. He is dead, so I can remove him. He is also dead. Torin!
yeah.
Little kobold, little buddy, it's your turn.
Okay, so let me. Yeah, that's how it works. Okay. Torin, having just been cornered, this guy's standing like right up on the table, like right in front of him, looming probably about like 7 feet overhead.
About.
He is standing within 5 feet of Hachi, and Torin is going to unshoulder the Bren, which is kind of like army shouldered up. He's holding the stock.
Yeah.
And he's gonna drop the belly of it down against the front of this table, and aim it like straight right up at this guy, and it basically almost point blank, you know, somewhere groin / chest level, and he is just going to panic fire with advantage because this guy's within 5 feet of Hachi.
All right. Give me your 2 attacks.
Oh, it's gonna be 3 with the.
Oh, you're doing the offhand as well? All right.
Well, we'll see if the first 2 kill him. 23 and a nat 20.
Those both hit. Give me damage from both.
Jesus Christ.
Just, they're not bursts. They are not bursts. This is full auto.
It's a solid 8 round. Because each burst is 4 rounds. This is just a solid, like, almost a half mag out of this. Just da 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 da. 22, 33, 34, 35, 41 damage on this guy.
He's dead.
He only has 15
dead.
health.
He never existed.
Yeah, he don't exist. A bunch of 303 rounds just absolutely shred him as bone and
My brother
fish
of
fragment
Christ,
and
he-
seaweed rips apart.
You tripled the amount of health he had.
Yeah. He's
And,
done.
Still screaming, I assume. He's gonna swing left, and does bracing the butt of this thing against Hachu's back count as supported?
It's not necessarily supported, but you can, like, kind of put the butt of it against him and hip fire it, essentially.
Okay, I'm trying to determine whether or not I will have disadvantage on this one.
You won't have disadvantage, but you won't have advantage. It'll
Okay,
be a
that's fair.
straightforward shot.
That's a fair trade-off. Swings it around, butts it up against Hachu, and does the offhand.
Offhand attack.
16 minus my proficiency is it 2 or 3?
It's in the top left of your character sheet. You'll see proficiency bonus.
Minus 3s. Oh, 13.
13 still hits. Give me damage.
Oh, 7.
Well, for his 5 remaining health, you riddle him with another short burst as he clatters to the ground, and 3 or 3 rounds hit the giant elk head in the back.
Fucking just spraying all over the room.
Props
just
it,
all one
fires
big
a long
burst.
and then
Yeah.
carries that burst to the side,
Yeah.
propping it against Hachu to light the other one up.
He never let go of the trigger. No. Yeah.
Okay, anything else, Mr.
No,
Schwarzenegger?
No, that's it. He's just. I
Alright.
assume he's still pinwheeling around to the left now, but he has at least let off the trigger. And that's where we'll leave that.
That's 3 4-round bursts out of that mag. Leroy, you turn around. This man's trying to get your beef. What do you do?
There's a shortage of perfect beef in this world. It's a pity to have this one stabbed.
You know,
Start beating the shit out of him with the fucking can.
No, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him with my cane.
oh, alright.
Hey, get back here, you old bastard! Just
It hits. Give me a damage.
Oh my god,
Oh my
it
God.
hits.
It meets his AC, so it'll do half damage. You do 2 damage to him as you bonk him with your cane on the armor, and it like shakes him for a half second. Like, what the hell?
I'm gonna try and poke his armor now with the butt end of the cane, just like, you know, young whippersnappers need to learn to, or you old relics need to learn respect for your youngers and
Give
betters.
me another cane bonk. Ooh, you try to do this one. He raises his shield up and parries the cane off to the side. What else you got?
I don't have a bone. That was my bonus action, unfortunately. So, I mean, I was gonna throw the can of beef at him, but
So wanting you to offhand shoot him with your other hand. It's like, fine.
I mean, technically that was my off.
Not everybody gets 2 attacks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know, right?
Ow.
Why
I'm
don't
going
you
to
shoot him
withdraw.
twice. I can't.
Wait, no. Is that an entrance right there where Peter is?
It is.
Okay, so I'm just gonna withdraw, clutching the can of beef close to my chest, and with the cane, being wielded like a ward, almost like how you might put out a cross, like the power of Christ compels you. Stay back, foul demon. And just kind of pull back behind Peter.
You will take an attack of opportunity.
That's fine.
That's That's a dirty 20 to hit. Not a nat 20, but a 20.
That hits. Hang on. I want you to re-roll that attack roll.
You son of a bitch. Fuck your luck magic. That's a nat 20, bitch!
Oh
my god.
You can re-roll that again. No,
Can you
no.
do that?
I get 3 per long rest.
Yep.
Do
You
it
want
again,
me to
bitch.
re-roll it again?
Yes.
Alright. That's a nat 1.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I get an attack of opportunity.
No, but
Damn it.
he drops his sword in the dirt as he swings at you. It falls out of his bony hand and lands in the dirt.
Swings at you, snap, snap, snap from the lag, and then he just drops his sword and stares at his hand like, what the fuck?
There's this weird
Probably-
stutter, like he swings at you. It's almost like the lag in a game where like the swing goes down and then juts back and continues its motion down and misses.
Does it twice because he re-rolled it twice.
Fuck.
He just T-poses for a second, and then he comes back and his sword is on the ground.
Shakes a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm probably
falls
gonna
into the
regret
floor,
this
stands
later, but
back
it was
up.
worth it. There was a can of beef at stake.
You shattered his fortitude, dude. He's done. He's broken.
2 out of your 3 luck for the day, sir. Wilhelm, you're up. Fucking lucky. What do you got, Wilhelm? You got your little buddy next to you.
Oh, you haven't put his little buddy on the map.
I'm grabbing
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
yeah. I'm grabbing him, I'm grabbing him.
Where's my
We need to
boy?
commission some art of Wilhelm's.
Little buddy, I was
Little
thinking the
guys.
same thing, actually, yeah. Little buddy is there.
I gotta check something.
Little
Oh.
bunny.
Little bunny foo-foo, hop into the forest.
Okay.
In the room to your left, there's a
Scooping up
kobold
a kobold,
screaming
patting
and
him on the head.
swinging a firing machine gun around in a semicircle.
Jesus. Might hit somebody friendly with that.
The fucking bell tolled. There's a skeleton swinging at Leroy and seeming to lag in midair.
Alright, so I'm gonna go.
I almost want that scene done.
I'm
Just
gonna move
everybody.
myself and the turret up 20 feet. The turret itself, I don't think can reach what I'm looking at. No, definitely not. Okay. So, I'm going to shoot for the first time with my MD28,
Ooh.
which I believe is a 6-round burst.
Aw.
Let me double check this.
Yep,
Yep,
it's
6-round
a
burst.
machine gun, 6-round burst.
Alright, so.
Minus 6 rounds from that current mag and make your attack. Bert, that hits him.
Okay. 9 piercing.
The rounds rip through him, bounce off the inside of his shield, do a lot of good internal damage. Seaweed flakes are kind of falling to the ground as he turns and faces you.
Alright, and then, so that actually is my whole action, because I already used my bonus to have my turret move forward.
Yeah.
But that is fine, because if he comes towards me next turn, then we're both gonna end his life. Alright, go, that's it.
Top of the turn order,
I'm
Nikos.
so happy about it.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm stabbing, of course.
What are you
Anyways,
doing?
I started
Nikos,
still.
what you doing?
Stabbing!
I'm stabbing. What do you think I'm doing? I'm
So many ways I started stabbing.
That hits. Make me damage.
I mean, I'm not going to shoot at this range.
After getting riddled with a burst of Thompson, Leroy, you run past to see Nico's perfect form stabbing this thing through the center of the chest as it clatters and falls to pieces.
There arose
Seaweed
such
and
a clatter.
bone and barnacle just hitting the ground.
And then I'm gonna run off this way because I heard kobold scream.
And lots of machine gun fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Hachu, you're up.
How'd you come to the thing to stab his eyes out, poke it, magic, abracadabra.
I'll shoot him again. I shoot this guy, and then let me have the roll ready. Yeah, that hit.
You're using the tiny pistol?
Oh, well, hell, they do the same fucking damage, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
I
take
think
it.
that's not the one I meant to do, but
I'll
they
take
do
it.
the
It's
same
a-
damage, so
Just minus it from the Browning mag, but yeah.
yeah.
He's got one in each hand.
Yeah. You raise the Browning up, put another round
I
into
mean, I
him.
guess I could. I don't need to use the book.
They're
to
literally
cast
both
things.
Brownings. What do you mean he raises the Browning?
Well, I like to imagine like you blocked his sword with the first one and shot him in the gut with the other one.
I can see that. Yeah, just minus another round from the high power. You raise that up and just put a round into him. Give me damage. Oh, 3 damage. Yeah. Yeah, put a nice little round into him. He clatters back by half a step, leans back forward behind the shield.
Shoot him again, shoot him again, shoot him again, shoot him again.
Ooh.
Oh, do that. That works.
You raise your other hand up at him, and out of your palm comes spraying out a bunch of gas and poison. Con save. He fails hardcore. Give me that damage. Ooh.
Holy shit.
He starts to sizzle, and the seaweed wrapped around him starts to kind of bubble as he crumples to the ground and is a little mushy pile of acidic seaweed and bone.
We handled that pretty well.
What else you got, Hachu?
How's there? Any? Is this one out here still alive?
He is.
Well, I don't have any attacks anymore anyway, so I'm just. I'll just move over here to see if there's more, I guess.
Alright, let me reveal that as you step through that large kind of sliding door. It's another room.
I said, where you going?
I'm making sure there's not another one.
Peter, what dude? Roy came running past you. It looks like there's a disarmed one that just got shot outside.
I'm gonna kind of step over to you. Can I? Do you consider this me being able to see him from here?
Yeah, you can see him from there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a little side step and give him the old rattle 'em, boys.
Raise that nice Thompson up and fire a burst. Oh yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Sword in the dirt, shield falling to the ground. He gets hit with another burst of submachine gun fire as he falls forward into pieces.
Leroy did the damage to make that possible.
As he drops to the ground, all of you are kind of looking to each other, trying to figure out what's going on. Wilhelm, I would like a perception roll, please. For a half moment, your little spider is kind of clattering for a second, turns around and seems to be on alert to something. Give me una momento, por favor.
Really is like a dog.
And you see coming through the entrance behind you very rapidly, entering combat, are what seems to be a little stacked up, shield-locked cohort of somewhat... The best way to describe them would be perhaps merfolk, maybe kind of sea people, but half skeletal, somewhat undead, wearing rather heavy plate armor with bronze shields and old spears in their hands and hawks on their head. As we continue combat, Peter, what else do you do?
Let me double check the distance, but seeing that come up since I'm already looking that way anyway, I am going to close.
Greek phalanx.
Phalanx are fun.
That sounds like a Greek phalanx. Who's rattling a bunch of tissue? Oh.
Just making that sort of bronze
Yeah.
stepping sounds.
Wilhelm, now, Kolbasa, now would be the time for a grenade.
Did we remember to unbox them?
I think he already has some. He has like stick grenades just tucked into his pockets.
He's got some grenades on him already. As we get to the hoplite team, let's see, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 15, 20. As they all advance up, locking shields, facing towards you, they keep their shields locked in as they set their spears in their hand, grab a little javelin, and all 6 of them are going to throw in unison at you, Wilhelm.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Hey.
It's a 12,
Miss.
a nat 1,
Miss.
a 9,
Better be
He
a
just
fucking
stabbed his
miss.
own foot.
a 9 again,
Miss.
a 20,
Hits.
and a 12.
Miss.
What the hell?
Well, apparently they're really fucking bad at throwing.
A couple of them hit in midair and went around me.
God, yeah, honestly.
That was the one guy's nat 1. It counteracted the other one.
Oh my god. Wow, you guys. Alright. Yeah. You'll take... Only one of them hit you for 7 piercing as one of the javelins land in your side. The others all fly past you and stick into the ground. Before they will all pull their spears back out, lock in shields, and will continue their advance. As they will get up on you, bracing shields, and holding their phalanx. Torin, you're up, bud.
Torin, upon seeing a semi-undead Greek phalanx descend upon his friend, is going to be a bit concerned by this sight. So he's gonna kind of, after panic firing and regaining his composure, he's gonna take like a couple of like awkward steps to the left, like eyeball the scene, realize that they definitely aren't paying attention to him, and this is up to you, DM. Am I able to roll stealth for this or not? Like setting up, just machine gunning them from behind.
Based upon where you're trying to move to, yeah, you could roll stealth.
Just to lock up on that window frame. Just
yeah, you could do that.
there.
Roll me stealth to see if you can get up to it and aim in. Roll me stealth. Let's see if they can notice you or not.
Yeah, I always have trouble finding it.
What is their passive perception? It is
11. Oh, probably better than that.
You beat it by 1.
Oh my god.
You crouch your way on over, tail kind of straight out behind you as you get up to that little doorway, prop the machine gun and like L-brace it against the wall, and are able to lock in with it.
He's going to aim at the one directly in front of Wilhelm, the most apparent threat as it is.
Gotcha.
I just imagine casually like walking to the window. Blam blam.
Those both hit. Give me... Oh, wait, no, actually. First one hits, second one meets, so the second one will only do half damage.
Alright,
Alrighty.
22, second one's 14.
22 plus 7. Fuck.
22 plus 7.
Yeah, these sustained burst rips through that little bronze armor and impacts the backside of his shield as this one falls and clatters in front of you, Wilhelm.
Hey, Wilhelm, don't die, please!
What else you got?
That's it. It's a full action to reload. Well,
It is an action to reload.
it is an action to reload. Gosh. So can I fire the Browning as an offhand?
Yeah.
It's slung over his shoulder, so it's like immediately accessible.
Wait, the BAR or the pistol?
The BAR.
No, that would not be, because you currently got the Bren in hand. I don't
Yeah.
think you could just
Yeah.
No, that's
Doom
all
guy
right.
hot
Okay.
swap to a bar.
Doom
You
swap.
can you can hold with your left hand the Bren and like pull out your pistol for one offhand shot.
Yeah,
is
he's
my
gonna take
usual
an
rule.
Yeah, he's gonna take an offhand shot with the monster at the guy closest to him.
Alright.
And is there still stealth? Probably not.
Yeah, you're still hidden. They don't know where that came from.
No. And then one shot from the mouser. 20.
Fuck. Yeah, that hits. Give me damage.
Ping!
Fucking nail him right in the center back with the friend 763.
I'm very serious, Wilhelm, don't die!
Leroy, buddy, you're up.
No. I'm currently cowering with my can of beef.
I smell like beef.
We're fighting those fuckers, huh?
Yeah.
I'm cowering no longer. I am laying prone on the ground, shooting past,
Oh.
what's his face? Peter.
Please
Alright.
tell me you're propped on the can of beef.
Yes, I'm propped on the can of beef.
Yes!
Roll me an attack with advantage.
Is it because he's supported by the beef can?
Yes.
Just for this one shot, yeah. Also because if he fails, it'll be hilarious if the beef causes him to shoot Peter. That hits. Give me damage.
Oh, hold on. That's the wrong weapon.
Oh
I
wait, yeah,
forgot.
you used your pistol. Whoops. Use that rifle. Yeah, that hits.
Same exact roll.
All right. Damage. And I roll twice, right? Or does it automatically?
Just that once.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, because you had a dirty 20, not a natural 20.
Mhm.
Yeah. Alright, so 6. That rips through his shield, impacts him as he braces back a little bit. What else you got, Leroy?
Gonna fire again. It's still with advantage, right?
It would be with advantage, but is this an offhand attack?
Yeah, it is offhand. Second
so you'll
shot.
minus 3 from the roll. But yep. What is that? 18. What's 18? That'll meet. Give me damage. Ooh.
1.
Whopping 1 damage as you put another round into the guy bracing behind his shield. Yeah, nice little hammer pair flies past you, Peter. Pop, pop.
Eat my beef.
Wilhelm,
What
the
is
phalanx
beef?
is
You didn't tell me.
closing on you.
Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is bonus action. My gun is going to. Oh, one second. I gotta snap this to a different thing. Gun is basically going to hit all 3 of them.
Okay.
You're gonna need to roll a reflex save.
Reflex.
Sorry, dexterity save.
This
Reflex.
ain't Pathfinder. Yeah, let me roll. Let's see. That's a 17, a 5, and a 13.
Cool. The 13 and the 5 get full damage. The 17 gets 6 damage.
Okay.
So 13 damage to those 2, 6 damage to the guy who saves. And
All
then
right.
for my action, I'm going to cast. Yep, right there. So I figured out the wording on this, and I kind of figured it out from Critical Role. But technically, because of the wording on this, so originating from you in a 15-foot square in front of you. So that square is going to look like this.
Okay.
So that will hit 3 of them.
They have to make a con save.
I believe it's Constitution, and I'm just gonna roll this right now.
9, and the 18.
God, that's shit. So the 14 and the 9 fail, the 18 succeeds. 18 receives 2 damage, the 14 and the 9 receive 5 damage.
Okay.
That was a really shitty roll.
Hey, that's still something.
Yeah. And with that, I'm going to end my turn.
Alrighty.
What are you doing? Why are you just standing there?
Didn't you have the turret hit them with the flamethrower or no?
He did.
I already
The
did.
flamethrower goes off and cooks 3 of them, but they're still standing there shedding pieces of seaweed. The other 2 get blasted by this little thunderous spell as they buckle and brace.
Why are you just standing? I am out of ammo, Wilhelm!
Nico's here taking the long way
Yep.
around.
There is no short way around for him.
Yeah, I'm kind of like in the middle both ways anyway, so.
Unless you try and Kool-Aid man it.
No, I don't think that's gonna work. So I'll dash to there, and then that'll be all for me for right now anyway.
Alrighty. Hachu.
Yeah.
What?
Not you, Wilhelm's gonna die!
I think I was like, I just stand in the door, open doorway, just start. I don't know. Let me see.
Anyway, it started blasting.
Alright, so which ones are missing hit points exactly?
All of them.
All of them?
One,
Perfect.
So
I can just go down the line with it. I can start hitting them with 2 D12s.
So you're gonna start
Yeah.
nearest to you and hit them with Told it dead?
Yeah, you know, told dead, yeah.
Alright.
As long as they...
Let's see, wisdom save. He does not beat a 15. That is a 12. Give me that good 2d12.
Wait, 2d12?
Yep.
Damn.
That's
Right.
the 7th level.
Ooh, exactly his remaining hit points as he crumples,
Perfect.
turns green, and kind of fades and hisses to the ground.
Next one after that, I shoot with the pistol. Make sure I select the right one this time.
You know, you're kind of scary, aren't you? Has anyone ever told you that?
I don't think that hits.
As that one hisses, he raises his shield very sharply and blocks the round, looking over towards you.
Damn.
Now we go to Beta.
You said they look kind of undead, right?
They seem to be undead, yeah. Or at least they look it.
Good wording on this. Okay. Wee ball. And I'm gonna close up and I'm gonna present my holy symbol and cast Turn Undead.
Peter just angry pastor striding up with a fucking cross held out. That's actually
Power
really
of Christ
fucking cool.
compels you!
As you run up and cast that, the magic goes outwards, and you can see two of them just kind of crook their jaws a little bit and seem to focus on you. No saving throws are need to be made on their part.
Uh-oh.
That is what the machine gun is for. I'll take the one furthest to the left.
Alright.
With an offhand shot.
It's like, well, that didn't work. Blap!
Oh, that does not hit as he puts his shield up and takes
Damn.
all 6 rounds to the shield. As we get to their turn, these two are going to battle step real nice and close, and both of them are going to make a spear thrust at you, Peter.
Ooh, they didn't like that.
That is a dirty 20 and a
That
7.
hits. That misses.
Hey!
Dodge one, into the other.
Yeah, he dodged one, but the other one catches you. Oh, for 6 piercing.
That's the wrong way.
The other two here turn about and kind of take a side step where he is going to put his shield up towards you two, and this one is going to make another thrust at you, Wilhelm, for a 12.
Misses.
Whew, alrighty. Torin, you're up.
With absolute angry prejudice, he's left the ZBG, like supported on the windowsill, like hung by the bipod. He's more or less dropped it, and is now unslinging the Browning automatic, the delightful chopped down Browning automatic. I don't need to use an action set, do I?
An action to set the weapon down?
Well, yeah, just that transition between dropping the Brent and unshouldering or unslinging the Browning.
I haven't been super tight on it for other people, so I'll say, nah, you'll be able to set it down. It'll be like your item interaction, setting it down
Yeah.
and unshouldering the brim, or unshouldering the bar.
He's going to use his 20 feet of movement to support it on the windowsill to gain advantage
Oh. Alright.
because he's not moving.
Yep.
He's using the Bryn's barrel as a bipod.
Oh my
He's using
gosh.
the bipod as a bipod. Look at the guy facing him down, zero in, both eyes open, and full trigger pull. 2 bursts, but it's just 1 trigger pull.
Alrighty.
23 and 21.
Those both hit. Give me that damage.
Jesus Christ.
The one nearest to him, you said?
The one nearest to Torn, yeah, that one. The one that looked at him. The one that looked at him wrong after
Yeah,
stabbing him.
you triple his remaining health as you just rip him apart with a sustained burst from the bar.
And the
That has
offhand.
the double-sized fucking muzzle flash.
And the offhand, I'm gonna say it's just going right through to the next guy because I mean he's just still firing, finger still down for the last one.
All right, offhand burst.
What the fuck is going on?
Give me damage.
What is going on?
Holy shit. Fucking. Wow. Okay, the bar absolutely kicks ass.
Torn is just locked in.
He gets ripped apart in front of you. These two guys get cut down by a bar just lobbing 308 into him.
Don't stab my friend.
And that's his turn.
Alrighty, Leroy. What do, Leroy?
I'm going for a caught shot on the fucker in front of Peter, because that's the only way I'm going to hit this fucker.
Alrighty.
I'm calling on the power. I'm calling on the power of the beef.
It's a narrow
This one
shot.
right here.
Yep, send it. You don't hit Peter, but you also don't hit him. It passes over your shoulder, Peter, and bounces off the top of his shield in front of you.
Flip.
Oh, I'd accidentally scrolled up, so I thought it was Torrens 25 from earlier, and I was like, how the fuck did that?
All right. Well, I couldn't hit him, and I'm not gonna risk. If I missed once, I ain't gonna miss again. So, yeah, I'm gonna throw some money and kill the motherfucker.
All right, send it.
Let's see. It's gonna knock me down. And I'm just doing damage at this point, right?
Yep. If I could throw some coins outwards.
I pay for good beef, motherfucker.
As a round rips right past the side of your fucking Ushanka and catches him right in the center of the head and knocks him back. And he's kind of rattling and shaking, looks at you as what seems to be living material inside the skull is very, very angry and is still squaring off with you, Peter. What else you got, Leroy?
I was hoping to hear something from Peter, but he's quiet. He is.
They
as
don't
dead as
have a
he's
one-liner
fucking-
right now. That's it.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I didn't make the shot. I don't get the one-liner.
That shot almost took your head off.
Fucking meow.
Next time I'll put a hole in his Ushanka, see if he says something then.
It's not a Ushanka, it's something else.
I always
Yeah, I
forget
got
the name
a
of those
babushka?
hats, but it's the nice fluffy Cossack hats.
It's a babushka.
That's a grandma.
Yes, that too.
Wilhelm, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you say my turn yet.
Oh, good.
I heard Peter
It is
talk.
your
Or,
turn.
Leroy talking. Okay, so guys over there are all dead. So first things first. This guy moves here.
Ooh, okay.
That guy also. Sorry, let me
The
do it.
Papaka.
That's it.
A babushka, just like I said.
He hits both of those without hitting Peter.
Hey, okay. They gotta make, was it con saves?
No, that's reflex. Reflex 14.
Dex.
Dex.
save.
I mean, sorry, Dex 14.
You fucking
No, sorry, Dex 15.
Dex 50.
Dex, reflex,
Okay.
same thing.
Passes and fails.
So the one who passes takes 5 damage. The one who fails takes 10 damage.
Damn, one of them bursts into flames that has the bullet hole going through its head as it falls back and crumples apart. The other one is looking very beat up.
Alright, since he's in melee range with me, I'm going to take out my take out my artillery saber and slash at him.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's terrible.
That misses as he brings his shield up desperately to block it.
Somebody finish this guy off.
As we get to the top of the turn order, I will give a quick little scene here, and then we will bring the scene to a pause for now as the end of session. However, as everybody's getting ready to move, there's going to be a little bit more. As you guys are getting ready to continue moving and attacking, you look like you almost got all of them. You're going to hear a loud yell come from this skeleton, or at least what seems to be sort of a seaweed-wrapped skeletal creature. It's going to yell out and bark out orders in what... Does anyone speak Primordial?
I do.
I didn't know that was a language.
What? They teach that in
Yeah.
college?
Nope.
I think they teach that in Water Ganassi.
Wilhelm, Nikos, and who else speaks Primordial?
No, I don't. I
Oh,
don't.
okay.
I
So-
speak caveman.
Just Nikos? Alrighty. Yeah, Nikos, you're gonna hear coming from outside, bring her forward! As the corner will smash open and a small little hut on the corner top left of this little hamlet sort of compound gets absolutely smashed open. Bricks flying in all directions, things crumbling to all different sides. And let me get this going here.
Oh, fuck.
And we will resume next session with our newest friend.
Oh.
Jesse?
What in the Sam hell is that?
That's a Hydra. Or at least it looks like it.
Hell
Like someone
Hydra.
cut off its heads.
Good thing we have a flamethrower.